Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Panel Punks, show where we summarize the weekly comics that came out and talk about comic news and different discussions. I am Hikaru, the Cosmic Oni, and I am joined by my co-host.
Enya Kojo. I am a Stoat Gremlin bounty hunter. I like Deadpool.
Yes, you do.
I'm gonna
Yes, you
talk
do.
about Deadpool
You're gonna start it off for us
first.
with the weekly roundup. Okay.
Yeah, we might as well. Just a disclaimer: we have not read everything in the week. It's just stuff we're interested in. Let's talk about Deadpool. I need to talk about Deadpool, please. I probably should have sent you the covers for everything. So let
No,
me
I
look
got
at
it.
the sideways one.
Yeah, I got it.
It's sideways.
Yeah.
Fact. This is the cover I got because I was looking through like my comic store. Oh my
Yes.
god! It took
When you
two
sent
hours
that
getting my
video to me, I
fucking
was like,
comic
okay.
store. It took 2 hours getting my comic store. Of city shenanigans. It was awful, but I got my shit. Got my
There's
shit.
Deadpool. He's nice and sexy on the cover.
Oh, this is the latest ongoing since Cody Ziegler ended his Deadpool ongoing last year. That ended with Deadpool and Ellie getting their powers back, and Ellie is like talking in that like speech bubble, that the speech bubble card like Deadpool's in, and oh, we're so great and happy and everything. That's where we left Deadpool. They open up in Wisconsin. He's on a farm. They're
Oh.
like bringing in like cows or something, and we see this one cow that's like going moo, and he's like, "Oh, is she pregnant?" And he looks down, he gets shot in the head. It's Deadpool in Deadpool in the. He's like shooting up dudes, and he basically busts a heroin ring basically.
Okay.
He gets shot in the head, and they're like, "Oh, we got him," and then he gets back up and shoots him. Like, his healing factor or whatever. He busts the heroin ring and like kills the dudes there, and he's like run away from the farm. There's like a plane that like comes down, like tries shooting at him. Um, Deadpool's basically being like, "Come on, destroy me, put an end to everything." Then it cuts to Deadpool eating pancakes, going boom. The rotors chopped me up, and the explosion cooked me into crispy nuggets. Poppy field burned all day and into the night. No, that's how long it took me to heal. At one point, a pig came over and was gnawing on me. And now I exact my revenge because he picks up like a bacon piece and
Oh
eats
my
it.
god.
He like wipes his mouth and goes, "Yeah, so that concludes my big fun story about how I fulfilled my contract against the Heartlanders. So that you, Hammerhead," and it shows Hammerhead in the
Oh.
diner with him, "can take over their territories and expand your operations." He just says, "Let me ask you something. What the fuck is wrong with you?" So they're talking like this pancake place, like the like rundown diner, and Deadpool makes a joke about like, "Oh, you're the one who's choosing to not eat at this Michelin star fine dining restaurant. It's a fucking Denny's, basically." Um, this waitress comes by with like some coffee, and she's like, "Do you want some more?" "Yes, please." Smashes the whole thing in his face and goes, "Oh, that's strong coffee."
My god.
um, Hammerhead just fucking leaves, and he's like, "Here's your fucking money. Buy yourself a drink." He's like, "Hey, what about another job? You're hiring for the job?" And he's like, uh, "Got the healing factor. So what? Pain's is a joke to you because he like wants to kill him or something." Um, and then he's like, "All right, fine," and he gets a guy to shoot him in the head, and he's like, "Great." Um, like we cut to like Deadpool being like, "Oh, I'm the merc with the mouth, and oh, but there's something wrong with me, and everyone keeps asking me that. Lately, I don't know what's wrong with me, cause I'm depressed." Then we
Yeah.
cut to a very classic Deadpool location. He's back living with Blind Al, who
Ooh.
is, if you saw like the Deadpool movie, she's the blind lady. In the comics, that's the same thing. Except we haven't seen Blind Al. It's like one of the other like 10-issue Deadpool ongoings.
Oh, really?
Um,
Okay.
wasn't it was like one of the, it's because between like Deadpool's had a very weird history of getting his own ongoing post Gary Dugan,
Mm-hmm.
because like try just throwing shit at the wall and see what sticks. Like, oh, he's running his own mercenary group with Megasonic Teenage Warhead, because he want to rip off the movies. Oh, he's King Deadpool. He's the leader of an island. The Kelly Thompson one was really good though, and that's how we got Jeff to like live on for longer, basically.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't really go anywhere. Oh, we're gonna have Deadpool be like in a relationship with this like non-binary scientist. Oh, he has a Carnage symbiote and it explodes and it creates a dog. Okay, that didn't work out.
Doge.
Then Ziggler's like, okay, what if we just brought Ellie back? She's like, yes.
Hell yeah.
And he becomes like a full Deadpool or something.
Okay.
I guess we're going back to what works or something. So he's in like the apartment and he's like yelling at Blind Owl, doing their shenanigans, and he uh mentions that Blind Owl basically took him back after she says uh when you're not moping on that couch, you're out there getting wrecked, and not in the fun way. Every time you come home, you're puking up bullets, peeling off scabs, growing new organs. When you came here a month ago, begging me to take you in, you were lower than low. I felt sorry for you, I really did. Inside pain ain't never gonna heal, Wade. Not like the outside. Pain, not never. Gotta find a better way to live with it. And he just ropes away.
Oh.
We know that something terrible happened to him. That's why he's like, I need to find out what's wrong with me and blah 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 blah. So he's sitting on like the rooftop and he's like, thinking to himself like, oh, I'm thinking about killing myself like right now because I'm so depressed.
Damn.
Then we see a flashback to Ellie for one panel, falling in a portal, yelling, "Dad!" Something happened to Ellie.
Oh no.
I think what's gonna happen is he's gonna like I kind of predict how this run's gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be at a low point in his life. He lost his daughter. He thinks all is lost. And he finds. Then we flash back to the beginning where we see that incident. He's like, "Oh, I don't know what to do," and then he finds a solution to that problem and maybe gets Ellie back.
We would hope so.
I was really worried that we would not see Ellie in this run because it is written by Benjamin Percy, a new writer on Deadpool, because he writes Punisher right now. And I kind of feel it's going to be like, fuck the other runs, I'm going to tell what I want, which is probably one of the reasons why he brought Blind Owl back. But I have a feeling that we're going to touch on Ellie a little more because the flashback of her falling in the portal, that's probably gonna be the thing he's depressed about, etc.
Yeah.
He's like sitting there with dark thoughts in his head. Like a fucking letter just flies over him, he catches it and he opens it. It's addressed to Wade. He opens it and it says a taxi with a purple car. And he's like, okay, sure. And then he looks down. A taxi hit a purple car. The streets. And he's like, oh shit. And he reads the letter again. Fat man will dance like nobody's watching. Looks around and he goes, oh, fat man! And he's a fat man, naked with a tutu, just dancing. And he's like, yeah, I mean, I'm watching though. Then he looks at the letter again and says, a pigeon will... Then the bird poops on the word shit, so it censors it, and he goes, oh, that bird. Then he reads the letter again, and he says, do I have your attention? At 3:53 p.m., a terroristic group of clowns will take control of the F train. 271 people will die unless you decide to save them. He's like, oh shit, it's my shot at being an honest to goodness hero. I can't really see how I fuck it up.
Huh.
That's it.
That's an interesting premise right now.
It's fine. There's nothing really like gripping me to this
Mm.
though.
Hmm.
It's a good start. It's not as strong of a start as let's say like the Iron Man one, right? Where it's
Yeah,
like that
for
was like
sure.
this is the character hands down. Um, it's very safe. It's a very safe start
Yeah.
for Deadpool run. I just want to see Ellie back. I think the father-daughter dynamic of Ziggler's run made it work so well. Um, we're not gonna get that.
Ah, you never know.
We're
We
gonna get
might we
Punisher
might
writer.
see.
Oh, and I was afraid when this series was first announced. I was afraid that Punisher was going to the Punisher writer
Hmm.
Deadpool was going to make Deadpool be like really edgy and violent in like the early 2000s run or even like pre Joe Kelly run or whatever, where it's like, oh, it's dark and gritty, but no, it's not. They have his humor in there. It feels like, honestly, it kind of feels like Scotty Young's run. I think that's the guy who wrote Deadpool a little bit.
Hmm.
Um, was I remember? Let me look this up really quick.
Oh no, wait. I don't know if it was Scott
He's
Young.
done several. Deadpool has done several runs that kind of start and end. Let me see if I can find this really quick. I want to see because it feels like that one a little bit. Look up Deadpool on League of Comic Geeks. I see so many. That one, no, I know what it looks like. So many Deadpool runs because it's like Deadpool team up, Deadpool this, Deadpool that, and it's like, yep,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, sure.
He's a very popular character. He's in a lot of things.
I don't know if like the Deadpool and Wolverine thing was still ongoing. Okay, this is Panini. I know that doesn't count, but like
I don't even know.
it was
I've
Scotty
been
Young.
seeing
Okay,
that.
I was right. It was Scotty Young who wrote it. Um, it kind of feels like the Scotty Young run a little bit, where it's like nothing of consequence is really happening.
Hmm.
It doesn't really feel like a progression in his character. It feels more like a regression. I still like it though. But it's a very safe start.
Yeah.
Uh,
Maybe give it another issue and maybe some stuff will happen. Because it is the first issue.
I'm giving it the 3 issue rule, but for now I'm gonna give it like a 6. It's like
Okay.
it's good. It's just it could a little more from uh this, and
Yeah.
I
Makes
don't know.
sense.
I hope to see Ellie in there though. That'd be great, like a full Ellie story, please.
Yeah. That's
Speaking
all you
of
got to say
uh,
about that.
depressing shit, sorta, kinda aliens.
Aliens versus Captain America. This is the final issue of this short series. Um it's it's been interesting so far. It's gone balls to the wall with what has been happening in it. Like, goodness gracious. I had to explain actually yesterday on Blue Sky to Lilycat. I was like, "Oh, you don't even know. You don't even know what's been happening in this." It's
Like
that
Cat
crazy.
was talking to you about that.
Uh, she asked me how my day was going, and I told her I was gonna go read comics, and she's like, "Oh, which one?" And I was like, "Oh, this one." And she's like, "Aliens versus Captain America sounds wild." And I'm like, "Oh, I'll just forward you the video of like what's happening."
Oh,
And
are short of you
yeah,
going, and then a bunch of aliens come down, and
yeah.
then they nuke the place, and it's like, what?
Which, by the way, that happens again in this issue.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
So the issue starts out, it's D-Day because that's when they were planning to attack, except for xenomorphs. Xenomorphs start killing a bunch of U.S. soldiers. Then Kree, the Kree arrive, start blasting xenomorphs, and then the heroes arrive. Well, at least it's Nick Fury and one of the Kree generals. And then we cut to Captain America, Captain Marvel, and Bucky. They're tearing through a Hydra base when they're met with a more human-looking Arnim Zola. Bucky chooses to face him while both the Caps go to face Red Skull King. They called him Red King, but Cap's like, I'm not calling him that. So then Captain Marvel has a device that they're going to try and use to stop him. Fury calls in the invaders, so we get some backup, and then Bucky kills Zola, and he says this hilarious line. There's this good exchange between the two. Let me find it because I saved the page. He's fighting Zola, and he's like, Zola says, "In this new synthetic body, I am superior in every way. I'm impervious to pain. I have enhanced strength and reflexes." And then Bucky kicks his out of it. He says, "And no head." And it's a fake head. He's got like the TV chest thing. He's like, it matters not. Cut off one head and two more grow back. Hail Hydra." And then then he takes a gun and he's like, "Actually, there's another saying I'm quite fond of, Zola. When a Nazi Nazi's head, or when a Nazi's got a head in his chest, shoot it." And then he says, "Superior my star-spangled ass."
What?
It's great. It's just a weird ass thing he says, and then I just love that he's like, "Superior my star-spangled ass." So then, after that,
America's ass.
yeah, for Bucky this time though. So the forces start to be taken over by Xenos. Captain Marvel gets the device on Red Skull, and since he's like the leader, he can utter just a word, and all of the Xenos die. Fury is super injured and dies. So does Captain Marvel, Spitfire, and Union Jack. Captain America cuts off Red Skull's head with a shield in this awesome page. And then we cut to modern day. Winter Soldiers on call with a team of what looks like Nick Fury Jr., Carol Danvers, Sharon Carter, Sam Wilson, and Vision. They're like, "Cap's been missing for a long time. We got to go find him." So they go to see him in the ice, since it's modern day, and they go and unfreeze him.
Wait a second. Are you saying this whole series took place in like the 40s?
Yes. I said I told you it was D-Day at the start of this summary.
I didn't quite pick that up, and I was like, "Oh, it's like with Monday
I said
or whatever." But
I
it's like,
said
no!
it in the last summary too, that this is all in the past.
Holy shit!
And then they're examining Captain America, and they're like, something's on the bottom of his shield, and then a face hugger pops out, and it says, "To be continued." So they didn't actually beat the
Shield
Xenomorphs.
versus aliens.
I don't know. It'll be something. It was just to give a scary ending, and I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that ending. They beat the Xenomorphs, and there was enough death caused already. We don't need another wave of that. But understand, because it's like the Alien title. It was honestly just crazy to see like all these characters facing off against the Xenomorphs during this time period. I thought it was an okay like series altogether. I don't know if I would have read it knowing everything that happens in it now, but I think I'm okay with like having had read it. It was interesting enough. Kept my attention. So I give it maybe a 6 out of 10. So that's my review of it.
On to better comics. Cyclops.
Oh yeah, we both
number
read Cyclops.
1.
This was a pretty good book.
I have the Godtail variant, which is really cool.
Let me throw that up on screen.
I told Hikaru, I sent him a little video. It's like, here's all my variants. They didn't have the main cover.
This is a badass cover, though. I
swear this guy's fucking everywhere. Put him on Miles with Tom Taylor, Marvel. Come on, do it. The cover I got was the one with him like in the air shooting out his lasers.
Yeah.
I found one that was made by Clayton Crane. That's like a border of him with his like original costume, which that's cool.
Yeah,
and all, but,
you
like,
sent that to me, and I was like, that's more like a trading card.
Yeah,
That's what it looked like.
I'll recap this since you recapped this one.
Yeah.
Oh,
sounds good.
We're in AIM. AIM's been kind of popping up a lot recently. Kind of started with Venom, then it went into I'm a little bit without a mask. And this comic now, they're like, um, they stop Kid Omega and Magic from like stealing some sort of prototype thing, and like have this gun that they shoot at them that like fucks with their DNA and makes them only breathe sulfur dioxide. They just vomit just all over the place.
Yeah, it's
And
gross.
then
It's really gross.
Cops comes in, he saves the day, and he's like, "Hey, uh, I have my little laser thing. I'm gonna laser all of them." Uh, and he fights them, and I believe, yeah. So he says like, um, "You tell me your eyes can generate concussive force equivalent to that of a hydrogen bomb." I didn't know that was a thing. I thought it was like Superman's laser vision.
No, his thing is like not lasers. It's concussive force. So it's not hot. It's more like a punch. That's why that's the
Oh,
joke of the punch dimension, but
like,
it's not
oh,
really
you
a
can't
punch
hit
dimension.
someone who's behind you, and he's like, oh, you'd be surprised. And we see him like shoot in front of a wall, and it just fucking ricochets and hits all of them.
He's like surprisingly really really like trained with his lasers. It's crazy.
Yeah. Like he saves Kid Omega Magic, and then the Juggernaut bitch comes in.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was part of the X-Men.
Yeah.
I didn't know that,
He's
but he
part
is
of
now.
this
He has like
Alaskan team of X-Men that Cyclops is a part of. Like he's leading it.
yeah. Like he has like an X on his head that's really cool. Kind of reminds me of like one of the I think it's Jonathan Hickman's X-Men where like Professor X has like the helmet or whatever.
Yeah. And
Um
he looks like the Maker.
yes. So it cuts to a X-Men HQ in Alaska. He's talking with Beast and gets basically a letter or a note that says Dr. Robin Hanover, and it lists a number, and he's like, oh, I gotta pay an old ghost a visit, whatever. We cut to a coal mine in British Columbia, and we see this like demented doctor. His name is Donald Pierce. He is a character that I appeared before. He was a former of the Hellfire Club and an anti-mutant activist.
Hmm.
Um, we see him basically chop up a bunch of people and make like basically anti-mutant weapons. There's a guy that's like, "Oh, I need you to give me morphine for the pain." He's like, "Oh, I'll give you something for the pain." It kills him.
That scene is just so fucking dark.
Yeah, but he's like mangling them and shit. And it cuts to a former orphanage that Cyclops grew up in and his brother. Apparently Cyclops' brother Alex like tore the place down in a previous issue,
Hmm.
and they're just now like tearing it down and replacing it with like a Oxon data center or something. They're like talking. It's like, I remember this place. Oh, it was hell. But me and Alex protected each other, and the doctor's like, I wish they just salted the earth, not put a place on it. And what's funny is that in this scene, Cyclops kind of looks like Daredevil a little bit with
Oh, he
his
kind
fucking
of. I
red
mean,
sunglasses.
I've always kind of like mixed them up at times because it's like they both wear a red set of sunglasses.
Yeah.
Also, um, it's it's good to include the fact that Scott wasn't only just like raised here; he was experimented on in the orphanage by Mr. Sinister.
Huh?
That's why it's called the Essex like building.
Right.
It's because Nathaniel
Um.
Essex is Mr. Sinister's name.
Yeah. So the doctor's like crying, and she's like, "Oh, you had a wildness and boldness in your heart. But they let it snuff it out from you." He's like in Quinjet, and he's talking with Alex, and he's like, "Hey, I was there talking with her." And he's like, "What the fuck? Why didn't you let me come with?" And he's like I just want to say, I should never let them separate us. I've been smarter, planned better. Scott, you were 11 years old. You weren't in control. And guess what, big brother? You still aren't. So this flies away. Cut to a forest. Some like I presume a mutant girl is like running around with some animals and stuff.
Hmm.
She's running away from these again the mangled up mutant dudes
They're called the
or mutant
Reavers.
reavers. Um, you see in a later shot, there's one of them that just doesn't have a mouth, and I'm like, that's creepy. Um, they're trying to like chase down this girl. They see a Quinjet flying. They're like, "Oh, Avengers are coming. We gotta shoot it down." And they shoot it down, and Cyclops crashes his jet. Um, cut to Donald Pierce and some of the other anti-mutant weapon freaks, like a mine or something. Um, being like, "Oh, someone's coming over here or whatever." Um, the explodes. Scott gets out of the plane, ejects or whatever, and while he's falling, his laser visor gets destroyed.
Well, no. What
Um,
happens is he hits his head, and it's much like the time where he first got his powers, which was in the explosion when his parents like died. He
oh,
he got hit on the head, and then it caused him to have like brain trauma to where he would not be able to control his powers.
you
So
did say
it's
that before.
it's caused this happening again. Is like
Yeah,
we saw at the start of the comic. It's like, oh, he has like amazing control. Now he has no control to the extent that he's like causing these giant waves of destruction.
yeah. Like his visor breaks and it just sends out this like fucking huge red wave. And Don Pierce is me like, yeah, you kind of fucked up. He's coming for us. That's no Avenger. All right, everyone, this is a baptism of fire. Go kill him. Your training starts now. And everyone's like, oh shit. Um, so we cut to the girl again, talking with the deer, and she's like, oh, you saw that plane come down too, huh? And what was with that earthquake afterward? Sky went all red and stuff, pretty gnarly. And like the deer runs away, and she's like, wait, where are you going? And she like trips over Scott, his body, and he's like, that's not a mountie, that's an X-Man.
Mm-hmm.
We see like Scott just fucking unconscious.
It's gonna be interesting to see how he gets through this without control of his powers.
Well, they say the next so it's like he's temporarily blind, so he has to like close his
Mm-hmm.
eyes basically.
Yeah,
Um, that's interesting. It's a pretty strong start.
yeah.
Um, it was great. I love the art.
I think it's gonna be a good one. I can't wait to see what happens next.
I gave it a 7 out of 10.
Hell yeah! Now on to a different planet, a planet of She-Hulk. So last
Uh,
time what were you saying?
oh, go on.
Okay. Okay. Last time we saw that Jack of Hearts was revealed to be the opposing defendant in this whole trial for Quaid, seeing if he's like the murderer of Corbin's wife. They start fighting, and then Corbin's like, okay, stop. Just leave it for the trial. We see She-Hulk. She's out in the wilderness screaming and crying because she's like, the last time I was around Jack, he was not like that, and we were together, like we were a couple. So she's like, I did not see Jack in his eyes. He was not who he was. So then Juno, some other like lady who's been training She-Hulk comes in. She comforts her. She tells her, uh, you have a luxury that you can cry because us that went to like the gladiator pits, we cannot do that. And she goes to talk to Quaid, who tells her he is a killer, but his girlfriend Alara taught him to be better. Like he gives like somewhat of confession. He's like, I did kill, but like this is my truth. Like not saying like he killed Corvin's wife, but he's killed before in his past. And then Jack and Jen fight in the gladiatorial arena. It's not like an actual like defendant against defendant thing. They were like actually fighting. So then she's like, okay,
Gladiatorial trial.
I know.
Trial.
It's such a weird thing. So then she's like, okay, so his powers work like this. He's like a battery, and I'm like somebody who can overcharge him. So she just like hits him a few times, and he like gets overloaded. She throws him up in the air. He expels a bunch of power. Then he comes down. She catches him, and he's like, "Oh, Jen," and he's like back to normal. And then she goes and is like, "Corvin, it's over. Quaid is innocent." And before she's even done talking, Juno, that lady who was comforting her, has cut off Quaid's head, and she's like, "They've already decided he's guilty and he's dead now." And that's how the comic ends. And I'm like, what the frick? Like, this lady who had been like trading her and helping her out is like actually a bad lady now. What the hell? So I don't know how She-Hulk is gonna figure this out or figure out who killed Corvin's wife. I'm thinking maybe it was Corvin. Maybe Corvin killed his own wife. But we'll see. It's been a crazy ride for Jen. I'll probably
And
give
the
it
next issue?
I don't know. Maybe in like issue 5 or issue 6. I didn't
I heard
see
it was
this
like 5 or 6
synopsis.
issues, yeah.
So
Because they're canning most of the
the
runs
Imperial
except
titles, yeah,
Imperial
which is
titles, except
weird
I'm
because we talked
hoping
about Imperial Guardians ending, not ending,
I'm
but
really
submitting.
hoping Nova Centurion lasts for the next. I've been really enjoying that run.
Hmm.
Uh,
It'd be cool. It'd be
Speaking
nice.
of people who are currently in space, Spider-Man. Torn.
Spider-Man, Amazing
Torn,
Spider-Man
not
torn.
ASM. It's ASM Torn. Completely different, guys.
Hmm.
Oh, last time, an evil book wants to invade the Earth. So we see that evil book getting a portal that's like destroying this fucking building Spider-Man's in the
Hmm.
professor's holding on for his life, and everyone's like, "Ah!" He sees the book in a force field. He's like, "Oh, don't let it be a force field." He touches it, and he gets shot. But he's
Yeah.
like, "Ah!" And he realizes, okay, the only way to do this is to sacrifice myself by pushing me into the book because it's an anchor. He theorizes it's an anchor for alien race to like invade, and if it's on the other side, they don't have an anchor to have the portal.
Hmm.
Like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and he reaches out and he grabs the force field. And he hears like a scream noise, and uh,
Evangeline.
it's Evangeline, the demon girl or the girl turned into demon. She's like, no, I screwed up my whole life. There's nothing left for me here, but there's still hope for you, still love. She's like, okay, and he's like, okay, you go ahead. So he
Yeah.
takes the fucking book and just goes, and just rushes to the portal and it closes. And he talks with the German professor, and he's like, "Oh, I'm all right, Spider-Man. You'd be better served looking after anyone else on the campus to a certain time." With him, he speaks German to him.
Hmm.
Guy says, "I'm not gonna say the German words, but I'm gonna say the translated words, which is, you are a good soul, Spider-Man. Rest while you can." And he tries to speak in German. He says, "Arrest when I know everyone is safe." And he's like, "Oh shit, night, Doctor Dunkel." He's like, "And to you, mein Freund." He
At
like
least
walks
your
away, and
grammar's gotten better.
he says, "Your grammar has your grammar has improved."
Hmm.
So he knows Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Yeah, he assumed it already in like that previous issue.
Yeah. He takes like an all-nighter, like saving everyone. He doesn't even sleep, but like he says, no one dies. That's what matters. No one dies, and he fucking sleeps in the goddamn web cocoon.
I love that. I screenshotted that moment because the moment after where he's swinging a butt, like it's that above shot of him, is so
Yeah.
good.
He's like in the shower and he's shaving and he goes out and he's eating like some pizza and coffee, and Harry's like, "Hey, I have a letter for you. You should read it." And he's like,
Yeah.
"Okay." And he reads it. It's a Dear John letter. She's like, "I'm gonna move away and I'm breaking up with you and I just need time and I'm going to Germany to some fucking or was it Italy or something? Some European place.
Yeah, I think
Like
she
shoot a
went to Europe.
film and I'm giving you a gift. Only gift I have. The gift of time." And she's like, "Oh, if we were meant to be, then you'll come back and find me once I'm back. But don't fucking find me. I know how you do. Do not find me. Leave me alone. When I come back, then we can like talk. If it was meant to be. If you forget me and move on, then it wasn't. And Peter's just like crying. And
That
he's like,
scene made
hey,
me want to cry. It was really sad.
yeah. He's like, hey, so we were thinking, me and Gwen are gonna go to the beach again. You want to come with? He's like, fine. Or on a beach. It's like really quiet. It's at night, and he's like, that was a, Peter says, when I was a kid, I used to lie on my back in the front yard looking up at the sky. No, it is Harry. It is Harry.
Yeah, it's Harry that says
Finding
this.
faces in the clouds. You see Gwen, and Gwen says, I see an angel. How do you know it's an angel? The other way the clouds have around it, like a halo, sunset makes it almost gold. It's like she's smiling at me, saying, come with me. There is a place for you here.
Okay, I am a corpse.
really fucking just foreshadow Gwen's death.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Jesus
part made me
Christ,
go
JMS.
like, I was like, Jesus. He's just being like, I am corpse.
And Harry's like, oh, I see Elton John. And Gwen's like, you always see Elton John. He's like, I like Elton John, which I like Elton John. And then he's like, so Peter, whose face do you see? And it cuts to a wide shot. Spider-Man just sitting, or Peter just sitting there. Rain starts falling.
He's alone.
I have interpretations for this ending.
Same.
The most obvious ending is that he just sits there and they just kind of walk away.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a feeling that this final shot takes place in the modern day. Harry and Gwen aren't there. He sometimes goes back to this beach and it's raining and just reminiscing because he's not wearing a hood before. It's kind of cloud. It's kind of it's not raining out.
Oh, is he not? Let me check that real quick.
The last panel you see of Peter just looking at, he does not have his hoodie on. The next shot, the big shot, he is wearing his hoodie. I think the most obvious like Occam's razor is, oh, it's just he left while he's like staring at the sky. Like, okay, we'll see you later. My personal interpretation is this is in the modern day. This is Peter Parker going back to that place. It's raining. That's what I interpret it as. Because
he has a hoodie on. He has that hoodie on. He just puts the hood on.
Not the hood on. What I kind of interpret this as, they're gone. He sees his friends' faces. Harry's dead.
I mean, we do see their...
Ben is dead.
We
Mary
do see
Jane
their
is
footsteps
Venom just
away.
fucked off somewhere.
Yeah. I think at the end, how I interpret it is he sees Mary Jane's face. Like he's thinking about her.
That's the obvious answer. Like, he's Mary Jane's face. The other people just went, okay, we'll see you later, bye, and he's staring at the sky.
Yeah.
In that final shot, we do not see Harry, we do not see Gwen.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's a secret time jump forward. It's him in the modern day just staring at the clouds being like, I see my friends. Because, again, Ben is dead, Harry's dead, Mary Jane fucked off.
Like I said, like, you do see their footprints, though, like, walk away from the campfire.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I guess it's the first ending, but I kind of interpret it as that a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do think it's meant to make you think about it. Yeah.
At the very least, I think it is like he sees Mary Jane, but he also sees like it's a foreshadowing. They're gone. They just leave.
Yeah, it's
also like
Peter at the end.
He's alone. Yeah, he's alone. It's like
it's really sad.
To be happy, and the solicits we're getting post Spiral. I'm really, really hoping that he just gets back with them. They're teasing it a little bit. They're having a heart-to-heart. Just give me... You can have your cake and eat it too. You could have yaoi and a hetero relationship. Just give us both. You would be happy if, like... I personally wouldn't be happy if, like, Eddie just stopped being Venom. But I would be okay if he got his own ongoing and as Eddie brought Carnage... Mary Jane was Venom, Peter Parker was Spider-Man, and this is their way of telling the editorial team, we're gonna have them be remarried in issue 1000 or whatever. Just make her Venom. Bargaining chip. Make her Venom, you'll get Yowie. And they're like, yeah, alright. We'll let them remarry in issue 1000, but Yowie. Yowie, though. We gotta make the Yowie.
By Peter Cannon. Make by Peter Cannon.
Exactly. Yeah, that was a really good issue.
Yeah, and now you've got like the next 3 to recap as well.
Why?
Yes.
I do, yeah. Hell yeah. Good shit.
You're a major Marvel reader. I was thinking about reading the Moon Knight thing as well to kind of like try and have an interjection here, but I was like, I don't have time to read Moon Knight right now.
Only read the stuff you're interested in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really good fucking issue. I gave it like a 8. It was really good. I really enjoyed it.
I want to read all of it again just to be like, I have the full message now. You know what I mean?
Speaking of Spider-Man War number 5. Ooh. So, last issue we were so basically this whole issue is that, or the whole series is basically when Stacy goes to Peter Parker, who was like a detective, and she's like, I need you to find my father's killer. He's like, okay. He does some staking out and finds out that it was Spider-Man. See what happened was he fought Stacy, General Stacy or whatever, like the captain.
Did.
It was self-defense.
Okay.
He died.
Oh shit.
And what happened was this Nazi doctor, and this whole issue was about like Nazis for some reason. Like a lot of like, Nazis are invading America a little bit because they have little secret organizations or whatever. This is World War II time, makes sense. Like, yeah, he's this Nazi doctor revives this guy. We don't know who it is, but it's just some guy, and he's like this biological weapon, and he steals Spider-Man's powers. Peter no longer has his Spider-Man powers.
Oh shit.
So right before the last issue ended, that clone comes back as Spider-Man. It's like, he's here, and like Gwen is like, I think Spider-Man killed my father. You gotta kill him, but he can kill two birds with one stone because Spider-Man's here. It's Peter Parker's still there. It's like he goes out the window and he's like, Gwendolyn, and she's like, oh, I gotta get my gun out, and she just shoots him. Just shoots him dead. and Peter's like, okay, you did enough, but like you got him. Okay. He pulls the mask off. And it's Captain George Stacy.
Huh?
So we find out that the Nazi doctor resurrected Captain George Stacy.
Oh shit.
He was the biological weapon all this time. And it's sort of a lingering mystery on this issue of like, was he a Nazi sympathizer? Or was he a part of, or was he just the latest body in the morgue that they could just get? Basically, is he Nazi or not?
Interesting.
They're at the funeral of Captain Stacy. He hears some cops being like, "The Scorpion Gang can't catch a break, can they?" Time or place, Rory thinks to himself, the Scorpion Gang isn't over, and he thinks that okay, the cops are doing something. Follows him to the Black Cat Club. He's wearing the Indiana Jones outfit? Like, he's just wearing an Indiana Jones outfit. He has like the brown fedora, jacket, and he's sipping on some beer or whatever. He overhears of the cops who are secretly Nazi sympathizers in the back. He's like kind of hearing them out. They're talking about some gang stuff and like, oh, we gotta find a new replacement for the old man because like Captain Stacy died. So follows them to a church. Keep in mind, Peter still does not have his powers.
Oh damn!
He got them stolen from the biological weapon from Captain Stacy. Sort of like staking out this church, and he's like, okay, I need to go in, but like this is suicide. If I go in, they're gonna kill me. So he like climbs up the window and he's like, ugh, crawling up here is taking more for than I care to admit. I'm winded. God, they can't hear me pen like a dog up here. He goes up and it's like a scene straight out of Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh shit.
Where like a bunch of Nazis are carrying boxes. There's this giant like uh idol statue, sort of like a bit of like an Indian, sort of like an Indian god or whatever. They're like, okay, we need to put this gem in the eye, and it'll awaken the idol. And they're like, oh, they also talk about like placing this gem in the eye of the Ungetum, it'll bring the idol to life. This country will be cleansed of vermin, the insects who have sullied this country. America will join Germany in our battle in white supremacy, and they all go, Hail Hitler. They're blaming immigrants for this.
Oh my god.
They really don't like immigrants. Then this fucking, and then the uh another gang shows up. Um I think it's the Hardboard gang, but it's like lady in like red is like up against the wall, Nazi pigs, not taking over anything. This is our country and Hitler can go hang. It's Hardboiled, okay. So she has like a flamethrower and she just torches all the Nazis.
Let's
Having a
go.
fucking shootout, and Peter Parker's like running up and was like, oh no, it's Spider-Man! Shoot him first! So everyone goes to him and shoots at him, and they break like the wooden platform. He falls and he's like, oh shit. I'm dead. And then he feels spider sense coming back.
Let's
I'm not
go.
sure if he has organic webbing. I think he does because he gets his spider webs back.
Yes,
He
this version
shoots.
of Peter actually gets his powers from like a spider god, I think, as well. It's
Yeah.
really weird.
So, like he webs the flamethrower, takes it out of her hand. Um, he doesn't want to like he doesn't want the place to burn down.
Mhm.
And one of like the Nazi people is like a big old shapeshifter dude. So he's like throwing his
Oh.
arms. He punches the lady and calls her a stupid cow, and he like punches a bunch of dudes. Spider Man's like talking with him, and he's like it's an insect. You should be on our side, an ally of the Third Reich. Surely you would like your country return to its former glory. We're not so different, you and I. And Spider-Noir is like, man, have you got the wrong number? Haven't you heard? America is a melting pot. We're the sons and daughters of immigrants, people who came to this country in search of a better life.
Mm.
That's who we are. That's what makes us who we are. We may come from distant lands, but we are united in our desire for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And he just fucking punches him. And it's revealed he's Oogie Boogie.
What?
Because he's a big old suit of bugs.
What the hell?
And he's like, that's why I've seen a bunch of cockroaches everywhere. He grabs the flamethrower and torches the place because there are cockroaches. I was like, oh, I gotta get the fuck out of here. They arrest the lady with the flamethrower. We
Mhm.
see like there was a through line of like these like immigrant kids who like seeing Spider-Man and like he talks and everything. They see him fly and he's like, oh my god, it's Spider-Man, he's back. Um, then it cuts to an epilogue where Ben's leaving and he's like, oh, it was your father was a Nazi sympathizer, and Spider-Man appears your father killed Spider-Man and he died or whatever. You got reduced to ashes because of the fire and everything. And Ben's leaving and she's like, I need some time, Peter, to take away from all this. Daddy left me a lot of money, but it was ill-gotten and not sure what to do with it all. They kiss and she fucks off. Then it cuts to Peter and MJ, the graveyard. They're
Mm.
in their respects to Parker and his dad. And I learned when I was reading this, Aunt May knows that Peter Parker Spider-Man.
Oh, really?
Uh, kind of treating it as like Spider-Man died in that like fire, and he's got to like start a new life or whatever, which doesn't really make much
Hmm.
sense because like he just fake his death and just come back or whatever. But maybe he wants to live a new life. I don't know.
Yeah.
They're like talking and they're like, "Oh, what about that Gwen person?" And it's like, "Oh, she needs time to uh, process everything." And she's like, "Are you sure you're gonna be okay? Don't worry about me. I'll be okay." It cuts to MJ in town. They're just walking and they're like, "Oh, I need to find a purpose." And Mary Jane's like, "Oh well, you're Spider-Man. You were a crime buster. You fought superpowered bad guys and visited other dimensions." I've heard. Don't pretend you're not going to miss on the action excitement. You go to a Chinese restaurant. I believe the owner of that restaurant is also Peter's landlord. At least that's how I remember it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because she has a daughter, and she has a gem that they were gonna put in the idol to awaken it. And he's like, "Hey, where'd you get that?" She's like, "It was in the trash when Mama cleaned your room." Okay, so it is a landlord. He picks up the gem, and he's like, "Oh, um, I have this gem. Looking all over for it. I have it. Ah, sure, whatever. Sure, whatever." My mama said hi. That's it.
So this gem that he could have made like a ton of money off of, if he's just like, no, you have it. I don't need this in my life. It's
Shit.
interesting.
I really liked the series is over, by the way. That's the 5
Hmm.
issues. I really liked the through line message of like Nazis bad, immigrants good.
Hmm.
That's basically a timeless message.
I feel like
Um,
this is a follow up to the previous like original thing that they were doing, because at the end of the original run they hinted that he was going to go to like help in World War II because there was a
I
bunch of
didn't do
Nazis
that.
popping up. No, he didn't, but he did come and help out in like at
Yeah,
home with the
yeah.
Nazis that were here.
It was a lot of fighting Nazis. Was pretty nice.
Yeah.
Um, the fucking back of the comic has an advertisement. Spider Verse will return an amazing Spider-Man Spider Versity. You know, the "You're not ready, Miles Morales, who's had 4 ongoings. I, Green Goblin, will train you." Stop that. Please. I need that.
What if they switch it around and Miles is like, actually, buddy, I'm gonna train you.
That'd be great. Yeah, Nate. Really good run. I love the covers. The covers are by Simon
Yeah, I was
DeMeo,
gonna
and
say
I love
these
his art.
Simon DeMeo covers just
Yes.
just
Love them a lot.
immaculate.
Yeah. Speaking of comics with good art, at least Venom. I actually really enjoyed this issue of Venom. It was actually
Oh,
really good.
really?
This is the last Venom issue before we get into Death Spiral. So it's finishing up a big fight with Madame Mask and Venom. Not really a lot to recap because it's just a big fight scene, but they're fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Madame Mask knows that Venom is MJ. Like
Yeah, she's known for a while since like
he's
issue
taunting her with
250.
it, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna have you crash in a playground." And Venom's like, "No, I won't do that." "Oh, I'm gonna break this statue and hit you, Madame Mask, with it, because let's see if Madame Mask loses her head." And it does, and like the big old suit of armor, she's like in like a big gold suit of armor,
Mm-hmm.
is kind of indestructible.
Oh
And
shit.
he's just doing like everything he can. Um, Also blows up some police cars because they're like trying to arrest her. Um, yeah, she's talking about like, "Oh, um, I'm part of AIM, and AIM's cool, and here's my advanced idea. Global terror should be terrifying. When the beekeepers come to town, beware our sting." Um, she's like, "Fear is money," and Venom's like, "Yeah, guess we're broke. Like your fancy armor will be." And Venom's like pulling her down to like put her on the ground with like her webs. Um, I guess Venom like jams some of her like bombs over because it blows up, and like, "Oh, thank God."
Mm-hmm.
MJ's like, "Yeah, we may have killed her, but like at least we got the situation taken care of." No, she's back just unscratched. She's just completely unstoppable. And she like punches Venom just clean through like the stomach. And we
Oh
think
shit!
MJ's dead. MJ's
Damn.
like unconscious and Venom's like, "No, MJ, what's going on?" And I'm like, oh, "I'm fine. I'm okay. Just a little dizzy. That you're a really good shock absorber." So suit like the big old gold suit that Man Mask is in like goes in a fountain, and he sees that there's exposed wiring, and she like pins Venom in like the water to like drown him or whatever, and Mary Jane's like, you don't have to. You're made of goo. Just be twisted. And he's like, oh right, I can do that. Fucking twist his head just backwards, twists his arms backwards, grabs the suit and just lays him in the ground and like destroys her suit
Nice.
finally. Um, like what they also do is like take a bunch of the Venom goo and put it in a hole in her suit, and like head turns into a smiling Venom head. It's really funny. I think it's a
That's
really funny
awesome.
picture. And they pop the suit up. And it's like, oh, thank God, it's over. It's like, oh, we've won. He's like, well, you may have won, but I know you're Mary Jane. I can use that to my advantage. And she disappears. And
Okay.
Venom's like, oh, fuck. And but they also say, um, uh, I hope it is. I hope she's Iron Man or someone else's problem next. Hints, Madam Mask is an Iron Man.
Oh, that's good. She's busy with that instead.
Yeah. It cuts to AIM, an undisclosed location, but it's AIM. There's a bunch of like AIM people talking about, oh, Madam Mask used her teleportation. Huh, how amateur. She's doing it manually. Talking about like, oh, what do we do with Venom? Venom's still around. It's like, oh, Venom. We don't have to deal with them because, think about it. At best, the all new Venom. Name drop all new Venom. That's okay, sure.
Hmm.
Um, is one more costume hero, forever distracted by other costume heroes. No threat. At most, dancing on the edge of a crumbling cliff over a lake of the deepest darkness. Oh, they think they have it all under control. If you know how to look, collapse imminent. Like dominoes, it will take one push in the direction they're least expecting. And it shows Eddie Brock reading a magazine with Carnage.
Oh shit!
He's wearing a shirt that says Himbo Frankenstein.
What?
And the bottom says to be continued in Amazing Spider-Man Venom Death Spiral #1. I
Yo.
am really looking forward to that series or that event because it looks really cool.
Hmm.
Um, Eddie Brock Carnage is coming back, baby. Now, why did we cancel There's ongoing? Please give us a new
I
ongoing. It sold well.
Yeah. It'd be cool to see him pop back up again. I don't know what they're planning with all the spider stuff because it seems like they had an idea of what they were doing with this stuff with like the aim stuff and like introducing all the symbiotes and like I hopped off at like issue 250 because I was like I'm not
Yeah.
interested anymore like on what's
I
happening here.
think you should pick the
So
series back up with Death Spiral, though. I
maybe
do
I'll
think Death Spiral is going to at least be enjoyable, at
mhm.
best, really fucking good.
I'll see about it because it is the next kind of like big event I guess
It's
we
the
have
next
in
arc
our
in Venom.
yeah.
It's the
So
next arc in all of them: ASM, Venom, and Eddie Brock Carnage,
hmm
sort of.
so maybe I'll keep up with it so that way we can talk about it.
Yeah. Well, on to you know what they say. Misa like Miles Morales. Misa like Venom.
No. That's so
Misa
stupid.
also liked this new comic. It was not bomb bad.
All right, you can reveal what it is.
We were reading. I read Star Wars Jar Jar one shot. They did not have this at my local comic shop. So Went over there. I picked up all my books, but I didn't see Star Wars Jar Jar. I talked to the clerk about it, and I was like, "Hey, what's with that? Like, did it sell out quickly?" And they're like, "Oh, that was just for like people who special ordered." And I'm like, "Oh,
Damn.
okay." This Jar Jar issue, Misa liked it. Misa thought it was very good.
Damn you for talking like this.
Misa see that Jar Jar is in they're coming out of like a hyperdrive to current city, and this is between episodes 2 and 3. So
Ah.
Palpatine still has like emergency powers, but he's not Emperor yet. So we see that they're in this planet out of the duck, they call it, and Jar Jar says, "Oh, Misa is fine. Misa is lost actually. This a map is bad bombing." And
God.
he's trying to find his way in the city. This like dude, this alien who looks really cool. He's like half pink, half blue. He's like, "Hey, I
Ah.
can show you the way." And he's like, "Oh, thank you, Misa. Looking for Ambassador Upsina. Oh, the office is this way." And he robs Jar Jar. And he's like, "Okay, give me your money." And Jar Jar's like, "Oh, don't shoot Misa, Senator." And he's like yelling at him. And then he's like, "Oh, actually, don't hurt me." And he's like, "Oh, that's right. Yusa better run." He looks
What?
behind him, and it's a Jedi. I believe his name is Halloran Beck. I haven't really caught up with a lot of Star Wars stuff. I know
Hmm.
he's in Knights, which is the series I'm reading. The
Okay.
only Mark Guggenheim series I'm supporting, by the way. Like
Yeah.
that guy, but he writes a good Star Wars. Um, it takes off is like, "Oh, you have to know who you can trust," and he wants to show Jar Jar something. So they go to this like hidden city. Um, it's basically a mining pit. They call them the Unseen because they're basically like little. They're slaves. Like, no
Oh.
one really cares about them. They're trying to mine this crystal that allows them to create a encrypted radio channel, and they want Jar Jar's help because these people are working. They're working so hard, but they're not being paid. They're being exploited basically. They want to basically have rights, more union stuff to get them to have better conditions or whatever.
Hmm.
Um, they talk with some of the people who work there. There's like this engineer girl who's like working with like the radio, whatever. It is up by a little bit, but they need help. Um, like okay, well go talk to Palpatine or whatever, get this shit done. As they're leaving, they get ambushed by I guess they're like Sith, but like Sith adjacent. Rum
Ah.
Slag, who's like some bounty hunter with a skull head, and Aura Singh, who very much looks like an Inquisitor, but I think is more of like a bandit or something.
Hmm.
Um, they're being ambushed, and they have to get to the ship. And like one of the slave girls gets shot in the leg, and he's like, "Oh, don't worry about me. I'll take care of myself. You just go." Run the ship. The girl leaps onto the ship, and flips in like the door before it's closed. Like, aha, I'm in. Um, in the ship, and they see the girl is capturing like the engineer girl. She has a gun in her head, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta fight him." So the Jedi just fucks off, and he's like, "Okay, you go fire the plane." And the bandit ship like shoots the duck. I think it's called the ship's called the duck or something. I think it was from episode 1. And
Mm.
kills the pilot. And Jar's like, "Oh, I gotta Misa have to pilot the plane. This and how I crashed the boss's hay blibber." Um, and the Jedi guy like has the girl go on. She like tells him to sleep, and she bumps her head, and they're being shot at, and the Jedi's like, "Jar Jar, get us out of here." And how's the Misa supposed to do that? Light speed. Misa was afraid you were gonna say that. So goes nothing, and he pulls like this weird looking like switch, and they go to light speed, and they themselves go to Coruscant, and uh they're kind of that Rumsleg's reputed to be one hell of a pilot, Master Beck. You had have shown some pretty fine skills to lose controls of him. Actually, it was the representative who was at the helm, because it was Jar Jar. He was like piloting them. They're like,
Oh.
okay, we're gonna take care of the engineer girl's name is Mira Bridger. They're like, okay, we'll go take a Mira, and Jar Jar. I believe you have an audience with the Supreme Chandler. So it's Jar Jar and Palpatine talking,
Oh.
and like, oh, anything for you, Jar Jar. What can I help you with? And Jar Jar's like, oh, uh, the planet Urabai, the labor people working very very hard to mine for Yusa, and I'm like, oh, maybe they need we must have something to help the planet because remember, if Urabai melts down, there will be no coaxium. It's like the crystal that does the radio, whatever.
Hmm.
Um, he's like, oh, we already have laws in place to protect all the labor forces of the galaxy. I'm not sure what more I can do. Honestly, hearing the stories of these laborers has touched me. As Supreme Chancellor, I must make sure that all the planets get in the galaxy get equal attention. He sort of hints at he knows about the you responsible for saving Mirror Bridger's life as Master Beck was. And he says, you knew about that? Like, Senator, what kind of Supreme Channel would be if I didn't? So he knows that like the ambush happened, which leads
Ah.
me to believe that Palpatine was the one who hired them to kill him.
Oh. He doesn't want Jar Jar around.
Well, yeah, I guess. But him and Beck are talking, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna Misa go to Urabai to talk with the people and stuff like that." Um, he says Misa think Palpatine has big thinking bigger than Urabai. If Misa right, Misa gonna need to start the network now. Um, he's and he says it's not just a network of crystals and radios. Misa also need a network of people, the unseen. Beck says, I agree. That will require someone to go out and find the galaxies unseen. Yes, so the perfect Jedi. One condition. I get to use the duck whenever I need it. Lisa got a deal. Instead of the end, it says the beginning. Are we gonna see Jar Jar and more things?
Maybe. Was this just a one shot or is this a
This,
series?
this, this is just a one shot.
Oh, okay. I thought this was like the start of a series for some reason.
I kind of thought so too. I would not mind like a mini Jar Jar, like limited or whatever, but
I
like
thought that we were gonna get a story about Darth Jar Jar and it was gonna be canon.
um, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Lisa liked that comic.
I
Misa
can't
give it
believe
a
you
7 out
started
of
off
10.
trying to do it and then you're like, nah, fuck that. I'm not talking that the whole time like
I
that.
have to like type in what I'm saying in a fucking Jar Jar translation and go Misa Yusa
Misa, you suck.
bad bad bomb.
Uh, well, I'm gonna take the
Speaking
helms
of
for
evil
this one.
characters,
Is it okay if I take the lead on this one since you had all that Marvel stuff?
go ahead.
DC.
Like show the
Okay.
cover I got.
I will show it. Give me 1 second. I'm throwing it up. I'm throwing it up.
Well, I believe it's a Dan Mora cover.
Yeah, it is. It's awesome. It's like a fight night poster
Eh.
where it's got like Superman versus like Luthor and Wonder Woman versus Joker because they're the final four. So anyways, issue starts up. The absolute versions in the final four fighting. Um, Yeah, they're getting ready to fight and everything. So then we have our all the respective characters fighting each other. So we have Superman versus Absolute Superman. We have Wonder Woman versus Absolute Wonder Woman. Batman is not here right now, so it's Joker and Lex Luthor versus Absolute Batman. He's coming in charging, just beats the shit out of Lex Luthor, and Joker's like, I surrender. I'm turning to the other side." And they're like, "Can you do that?" And he's like, "Um, yeah, it's Darkseid. I mean, sure, he needs all the help he can get, I guess. So then Joker gets a freaking upgrade and turns into a parademon. So then he starts helping them out. They realize that Booster Gold is not Booster Gold. He's not a traitor. It's Darkseid controlling him, which I'm like, how did you guys not figure that out? That's been like hinted at like this whole entire time. So then we get more fighting between the pairs, and there's a bunch of really cool stuff like Absolute Wonder Woman turns into like this three-headed like no like five-headed dragon thing, and then Superman, Absolute Superman go like all out, causing like this huge explosion. He's like, "Is that the best you can do?" And then Joker is fighting Lex. He rips out a bunch of like kryptonite from him. He's like, "Oh hey, Absolute Batman, here you go." And in one of the most ridiculous things, Absolute Batman
He's a
takes.
fucking parademon now. That's really funny.
I know. And then like he takes the two pieces of kryptonite, puts them on his ears, and then he charges it with his head first into Superman's back, stabbing him. And I was like, why did you need to do that? We get a flashback of like more of that game night that they've been focusing on, and they're like, Bruce, you've been cheating. He's like, no, I haven't. I've not been cheating. And then he just explains, he's like, I know how to throw the dice, like to get everything that I
He
want.
felt like the imperfections of the dice. So it's not cheating. I'm just Batman.
For real, that's it. And then when that happens, we get Batman arriving onto the scene. He's back from Night Fight, and the first thing he does is stab Joker right through the chest, killing him. And he goes,
When we were
bang.
researching topics, I found this article being like, Batman kills his greatest foe, breaking his moral code. He's gonna come back. I think he killed him because he knows he's coming back.
Yeah, that's the whole point, is to bring everybody back at the end of this tournament. Like, this is kind of like the Dragon Ball Tournament of Power, where it's like, of course, everybody's gonna come back at the end. Like, the heroes are gonna win. So then Batman's like, I'm here, bro. I'm here, Superman. He's like, thank goodness. He's like, now let me take on my respective version. And I love this where Absolute Batman looks at him. He's like,
Hold on.
"Let's do
I
it,
want to
rich
read this
boy."
for a second. Read this for a second. When Batman and Superman are like meeting, like, hello, old friend.
Yeah.
Oh, before we ended the competition, I wired a mother box to my heart, so if I died, I'd be transported out. My heart made me find my way through heaven and hell as punishment for cheating.
Yeah,
As
that little
being
note.
Batman, and we see in the caption, Knife Fight number 4. Marcus, yeah, that's really what we had to do, Draper. And I'm like, Knife Fight! Oh, I love Knife Fight. Knife Fight's the fucking best tie-in. Oh, you gotta read it. You have to read it. It's
I
so
will.
good.
I will. I've been reading everything else, so I'll try and read it. So anyways, they're gonna fight each other. Like, Absolute Batman like spikes up even more. He's got like molten spikes, and he's like, that
And
is
fucking
the
Batman's like,
ugliest bat symbol I've ever seen. And he's like, how's it looking now? And he's like, it's growing on me. And I love that. They start fighting each other, and he's like, you've got something on and on the symbol he has like these gas bombs that go off, and then you think he's out and stuff, but then the freaking tendrils that Absolute Batman has, the little claw things, he grabs them and flings them into the wall. Diana's fighting the other Diana, beating the shit out of each other. She's like, there has to be more to you. And then Superman's fighting his other half. Shoots lasers enough to make the cape, like the molecule cape, go around Absolute Superman to where it's just like a shell now.
it crystallized into a cage.
And then he goes up and he like punches Booster Gold in the face, which R.I.P. Booster Gold.
Yeah, when you see a panel of like Booster Gold's face, he's fucked up.
Yeah, and it breaks the concentration to where the Absolute characters are like, oh, we're back to normal. We're not
So-
under control.
So it is the absolute heroes.
Which is really
I thought
cool.
it was like clones or something. No, it is them.
Same. It's them. And then they get it explained from Luthor. He's like, oh, you guys didn't like free them. He let them go because he doesn't need them anymore. And then you see Booster Gold's mouth glowing, and out of it, Darkseid just crawls out, and he's ginormous. And he goes, greeting, champions. and all of them just go all out on
See,
Darkseid
like in
trying
the
to fight him.
background, like them rolling
Yeah,
the
they're rolling
die.
that above shot of them laughing and then down. It's like we're gonna
Finish
have to,
line. All
yeah.
that was left to do was roll the dice. Like that's really cool.
And everybody's about ready to beat him, and he just Omega beams everybody. They're just all gone except for Superman and Lex Luthor. Superman has like enough Omega energy or something. He's like, "Is that it? Is that all you got?" And right behind him, Lex Luthor, and he's like, "Oh no!" And he's
He's
like,
like, "Come
he's
on, Luther,
waiting
let's do this together." You heard him. He's waiting.
for a
He's waiting,
winner.
Superman, for a winner.
And
And he
Lex Luthor
fucking
shoots
kills him.
Yeah, and turns him into like the petrified version. So Lex Luthor becomes the King Omega. He has like this flame crown and like the
He won.
Omega. Yeah, he's the
He won the
winner now.
tournament, and I will say this: he kind of had hints that he would win from the later solicits.
hmm
Like
It's crazy.
there are two hints that we had. So we originally thought Joker was gonna win, but then we also thought that Aquaman was gonna win because he has Omega energy, which we'll explain later on. You'll get to Aquaman later in this
hmm
video.
I'm gonna be covering
And
that.
we also were like, okay, maybe Lex wins because of two things. One, Lex Luthor is in the cover of the next JLU issue. It's
hmm
Lex just plain and center in the middle. Two, Superman's gone.
Yeah.
What I'm sort of predicting is that it's going to be Lex versus Darkseid. Lex is somehow going to kill Darkseid, bring everyone back, but say, I'm going to recreate the world without Superman.
hmm
That's why Superman disappears, and Superboy Prime is taking over for a few issues. Because Superman's missing. Because Lex Luthor not want Superman to come back. He want everyone else back, except Clark Kent, except Kal. It's like, Jesus Christ, he was there all along.
Yeah, but okay. This isn't the end of the story. We get a page, and it's like, "Don't go yet. We're not done. There's another part of the story you must know." So we get flashback, flash forward, because this is in the far
Flashback.
future. Well, it takes place in the far future when he's already taken over. So that's why I put the question mark of flash forward. So Darkseid, he's commanding his Dark Legion. He's like,
I will
okay.
say, the giant orange
I
dark
know,
side
that's
face looks so
it's so
creepy.
detailed. So he gets Saturn Girl to come
Kind of reminds me of
in.
Zordon a little bit.
Yeah, it does. He got his teenagers with attitude, the Legion of Superheroes.
Legion of Super. Did you see they're doing Legion of Superheroes run?
Oh yeah, they are for the next level stuff. That'll be really
Yeah.
cool. It makes sense since they're kind of focusing on them now. But he's telling her, he's like, I killed and I stole and destroyed what I hated, and I made this world, this absolute universe. That's everything it's
It
my
basically
cells.
recapped All In Special with
Mhm.
Darkseid
Yeah,
being like
and the creation of the absolute universe.
I killed all the celestial beings, then I exploded and made the absolute universe, and there are these superheroes, and I need you to kidnap them.
Which, by the way, in that group of people, you can see Catwoman and Green Arrow, and it's Ollie. So, question: is Ollie actually alive?
So, when we see, we have Catwoman, like absolute Catwoman,
Yep.
Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman, Martian Manhunter, but not what's his name again?
John Jones.
John Jones. It's not John Jones. It's the Green Martian.
Which makes sense. I mean, John Jones isn't doing
Napoleon.
that stuff.
No, yeah, we see Ollie.
So,
What I'm kind of thinking is either when the absolute Green Arrow series comes out, either he's dead, and this is taking place in the past, or he faked his death.
yeah.
Fucking Roy Harper just looks like Ollie.
Yeah. I'm wondering now. But anyways, he's like, okay, I like these people, I can't control them though. They have free will. So I need you to go down there and I need you to get the Trinity, the absolute Trinity, so we can use them in the tournament and fight. So then
Guessing
they get
they
him.
use the anti-life equation to mind control them.
Yeah, the Omega Sanction is what they say. So they use the Omega Sanction, and then he's like, "Good job, you're my like most well trusted person. Now I need you to look inside my mind." And she's like, I would never do that." And he's like, "No, do it." And she does, and her
He
eyes
says,
start
"You are
bleeding.
my most loyal servant. You must be rewarded. Look into my mind. Gaze into its depths." She does it, and it says, "The young girl could not find words to describe what she saw. It was more than the past, present, or future. It was beyond madness." In that moment, she understood something. A single phrase that haunted all who heard it. Dark side is.
And then you see like Booster Gold, like he's bursting with like power, like electric and stuff, and there's skeletons all around him. It's like there's nothing, only darkness, and then all life, past, present, and future are meaningless. There's only dark side. But for a moment, she saw a glimpse of something else, a light that shined, a creation of a different kind. And we see Time Trapper like as the last little thing. So
I had a
my
feeling
guess.
the next Superman issue, which I believe comes out next week,
Mm-hmm.
is going to detail that.
Yeah, because Time Trapper's on the front with Superman, so I feel like it's very much going to be like a huge tie-in to that. But it's interesting. I
Shit,
don't know. I don't know what's gonna
thought it
happen.
was a little bit of a letdown
Yeah,
because
like
Lex won.
I
Didn't feel right.
I feel okay with it because it makes sense. Like in the past, Lex has been like hinted at that he might be the next ruler of Apocalypse. So for him to get this again, like it was like in the Rebirth era. Like they had an adventure where they went to Apocalypse and there was this prophecy that he would be the next ruler. So it's
He was
kind
following up
of
that.
yeah, it's kind of like coming full circle with that, which is really interesting. So I'm excited to see what happens next. But you have something something about endings
It's ending.
because we had a lot of endings to
Oh
this
my
week.
god, it's ending.
Oh, you want to wrap
I have
this?
to get this over with. I have to.
Mm-hmm.
Batman Robin number 30. This is the final part of the Quiet Man arc. Where Oswald's kind of talking in this like uh Sacred Hearts like press thing where he's like, "Oh, Sacred Heart cut." Oh, I'm gonna do my best penguin impression. Sacred Heart convalescent home was a relic, an itinerant ghost of a brighter bygone time. Warning of the young to not dream too big or dream reach too high. Ghosts get a second chance in Oswald Cobblepot's Gotham. He's like, or something. My new Sacred Heart Medical Center is proof that if you want it badly enough, anything is possible. So, Simon and Damien are like are watching, and they're like, "Oh,
Mm-hmm.
um, we're watching out for Scarface because Scarface is gonna terrorize people." And Batman hears on his radio like, "Oh, look for him in a prison security uniform. The Quiet Man just broke out of Blackgate." So Scarface is like talking with like some dude who's like part of his like gang, and he's like, "You're a Twitch, ain't ya? You want to Tiger Sharks people? Then Penguin. Now me. You know why I'm in charge instead of you? Why? Cause you're dead." And he stabs him in the neck, and he stabs him, and he goes, "Dead, dead, dead." And he's covered in blood, and he turns and he goes, "All right, boys, showtime." Or goys. "All right,
Jesus.
boys, showtime." So, I mean, it's like running through the roof. He's like diving down, and he does a blackout sequence of, I guess this is old Gotham. So he's like, "Old Gotham, Million Plaza, execute," and he blacks out the entire place because they want element of surprise. So Damien goes down, punches dudes. Batman goes down, punches more dudes. Robin sees Scarface and Wesker just on the ground, and Robin like goes up and he's like, "Okay, Batman, Scarface is down. Stay with him. Keep your guard up." Batman could still be, and he hears behind him, "Sorry, son, could have kept your guard up." He says, "Keep your guard up." Batman's like, "Robin, Robin," and Scarface just, or not Scarface, Quiet Man just beating him down with a gun. He's like
Shit.
beating him, and Quiet Man's like pointing a gun at guy, and he's like, Alvin Mercer, I want my boy's name to be the last sound you hear. Alvin. He's like, Mercer, please don't do this. And Robin gets up and he goes to Quiet Man. He's like, I read your letters to your son. It happened to you two. A night like that made Batman also. He spends his life chasing it. Someday he will die chasing it. Everyone who loves him knows it. He simply is what he is, forever. And Gotham is his place. Gotham is not your place yet. If you kill Wesker, it will be. And it's like ready to shoot Wesker / Scarface, and he just pushes him down. He's like, all right, don't kill him. He tells Robin, maybe you ought to be the one. And Scarface is like, Happy Valentine's, hillbilly. I mean, it's like, kid, get back. And he tries to shoot Robin. Quiet Man takes a bullet for Robin.
Oh
then
shit.
Batman comes in and just punches him. He's like, he's choking, or not he's choking, he's like, putting his hands behind, Wesker's back and goes, I want him too much to believe your gun, Scarface. I won't make the mistake again. And Robin's like, Batman, if we're quick, we can save him, help me. And, like, Batman just was ready to just punch Wesker's lights out. Quiet Man's dying.
Oh
He
damn.
puts him down, he rushes over, he's like, okay, what do you do? He's like, 30 exit wounds. Yes, but the lungs collapsed. I need to get a valve into the chest cavity so trapped air and fluid can drain. I need him not to bleed to death while I get his lungs working. Fabrics in the exit wounds and keep pressure on the others. Don't worry about infection. We can treat that later. Just keep his blood on the inside. So they're like treating him, and Robin's like kind of fixing him up.
Mm-hmm.
And Batman's like, huh, what? Nothing. Brave, that's all. Don't worry. I know what to do this time. Batman goes up and he goes, yeah. I think I do. Cuts to a few hours later. Batman's on his computer, like he's sort of beaten up a little bit, but he's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Damien's like in his regular civilian clothes, and he's like, goes into the police scanner. Yeah. Requirement escape police custody again. Impressive in his condition. I've hunt him down. We did take 2 bullets for you tonight. Here's his head start. Gonna chase Quiet Man down, but he's like, nah. Let him get a head start a little bit, because he saved your life a little bit. If he makes it across the river, I don't know if we'll see him again. I hope he's able to find closure someday. Someone's like petting a little monkey, because he has a pet monkey. And like, if he makes it across the river, he thinks to himself, wait a second. His son didn't make it across the river. His son is in a car in the ocean. He like rushes with his motorcycle. They go in the water. They find the exact place that his son died. And he finds like this necklace that belonged to him. And so during like a funeral, he I don't know if he had like a necklace or something. He had some sort of like treasure or something. I maybe was reading it. He has sort of treasure, and sort of sees that the Quiet Man escaped, whatever. And looking at some sort of funeral. Then it cuts to the epilogue. So Robin's doing fine. He's like, oh, Batman and Robin have a moment to breathe, and I am learning what it means to be a Wayne of Gotham. And they see them work in the hospital. Bruce is volunteering with Damien, and they're working together, and like like writing his letter or whatever. He throws like a little paper boat at Damien. He's like, oh, they go off together into the night, and he says Batman will always need her Gotham, and Batman will always need his Robin.
Aw.
I can't believe it ended.
I'm surprised they left it at that. Like, it's an interesting ending to leave off on. Because they could do more.
I mean, that's really, really good, because like he didn't really do a lot wrong. He's just a grieving father, just like
Hmm.
same uh like sort of past, but like sort of like tragedy that Batman had, except the opposite, where like Batman his parents died, this guy his kids died. Let him
Yeah.
get away a little bit, but they found like his son. It's a little confusing as to what happened. I feel like maybe they got his necklace and put it in the gravestone. No,
Ah.
it's the priest necklace. So I don't know.
Huh.
They gave him some closure, and he's out, just kind of living his life or whatever.
Hmm.
Um, yeah. Speaking of things ending,
Immortal Legend Batman. We had one Batman, now we go
this was
to
so
another.
good.
I know. This one I enjoyed so much. The freaking Common Rider head
I
in
gave
me.
Batman and Robin, I think an 8, 9. I
Oh,
gave it a 9.
okay, okay. So anyways, we're back where we left off. Bruce and Tommy, they're drowning, but Bruce wakes up and he saves Tommy from drowning and he apologizes to him and he's like, "I know that you and your dad, like I understand why you want to take this power away from me because I kind of like fucked it up. But this is my mess to clean cuz like these all are darker versions of me." And he's like, "I'm going to go off and get a new belt." And Tommy's like, "You can do that?" so, so we cut over. Joker is fighting Robin and Nightwing, and he is kicking their ass. They do their cool move again, where it's like the two blast together. Bruce and Tommy arrive in Old Gotham, where they find the source of the tear in the universe. And Bruce is about to go in when Tommy points a gun at him and tells him like,
He
"No."
wants the power, and
Yeah,
he's
he
like,
was like,
"Don't do this, man." I was like, I had darkness exposure. I know what it is. He's like, "Nah,
yeah.
fuck you."
Well, he tells me he's like, "Tommy, I know from what I can tell, you are not strong enough to enter the tear and gain powers." And he's like,
Oh,
"Fuck you."
before we see that, we see Barbara Gordon,
Yeah, she comes
baby.
back and starts helping in the fight between Nightwing, Robin, and Joker. So then Tommy ignores him, goes in anyways, comes out fried mess and only muttering like a few words. And he's like, "I'm sorry, Tommy." And then Bruce goes into the tear and fights this like white being. And he's like, "You're another shadow version of me." And he's like, "No, I'm not. I am like an entirely different thing that doesn't have anything to do with you." And he throws him out. And then uh, Bruce, you think he lost, but he's like holds out his hands. He's got two energies, one blue, one yellow. Takes them together, smashes it, and he's got a new belt in his hands. Tommy utters the word "hush." He said the thing. He said the thing. Joker is starting to
Oh,
become.
I will say, I texted Hikaru this. There is a formatting error
There
in
is,
one of
there
the
is.
issues.
It's when they're
It's just
fighting.
it's just standard text.
Hmm.
Some of it. If you
Which is
want to
weird.
show the picture, please do that right now while I'm talking about this.
Yeah,
It's
I'll
like the
find
other
it.
dialogue, it's like comic text, like it's lettering or whatever. But in this, there's no indication that like, oh, it's just plain text. So what's weird is that it has the so good. The is formatted, but the other words aren't. It's a little weird. What's also kind of funny is that there is a misprint in my Venom issue as well.
Oh yeah.
Like when Venom was talking to MJ, like some of like the text of Venom is like smudged out a little bit.
I've
So I don't know what the
noticed
fuck
that
happened
in a
to that.
few comics where like the text will be smudged and I'm like, have like comic printers like not realized when there's these faults because I've noticed that quite a bit. It's either a spelling error or a smudge, and I'm just like, this is kind of like bad. Like there needs to be
Also,
like more editing quality.
Tommy Elliot exiled the portal and he's like kind of just brain dead.
Hmm.
There's a line that makes me a little bit confused where he says, "Can't have another one sharing what?
Oh,
Sharing what?
it's like I imagine it's like the portal thing talking to him is what it
It's an
is.
incomplete sentence. You can't have another one sharing what? I mean, sharing that? It doesn't have a dot 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 that continues in the next bubble. It's a little bit confusing.
I'll have to go back and read it
I
again.
think this need another editor's pass, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
An
maybe.
issue, there was just glaring issues on.
Yeah, with like spelling mistakes stuff like that. But anyways, Joker's starting to become real, so he's bridging the shadow star universe when Bruce arrives, and he's like, "That's it. It's one more time. I have to become the Knight." He uses his new belt, and he gets a new Batman suit, and he goes and he's like, "All right, you guys go take care of the Shadow. It's me versus Joker." Joker and Batman go sword to sword. As Bruce explains, this power is his own. It's not a power handed down for generations. It's his wrath, it's his anger, it's his sadness. He's like, this is all me, baby. And you know what? There's no better way of using this power against myself. So he uses a energy beam that he calls the Bat
Bat
Signal, and
signal,
he kills
yeah.
Joker. Bruce says, "There's one more thing."
Because he says, I know, but we can't escape our shadows.
Yeah,
Forever. We have to face them in the
in the
light.
light.
Bat signal. There's a fucking like beam. He shoots him in the light, which is really good.
It's a really cool. And then Bruce says there's one more thing he has to do, and he goes and he has that belt from Joker, so he's got both the
Keeps
belts.
it.
Yeah, and then he goes to the Frozen Man satellite that we saw in the previous issues, and we thought we're like, Frozen Man's not one of the shadows, is he? He is. He is actually
Kid
a
version.
younger Bruce Wayne in like this big suit, and he's a good shadow. He's not a bad guy, but Bruce says, we can't have any more of me hanging around because it'll cause some trouble. So they're talking, and the younger self is like, "Why do you think they allowed me to be around, and why I'm good?" And he's like, "Well, the shadows created you because they wanted me to see when everything changed, like me as myself when everything changed, and that's like the worst, most painful thing to me." So then young Bruce is like, "I'm not gonna let you like kill me. I'm deciding to leave on my own." And then he tells Bruce, "I don't want you to die. I want you to live. I want you to live your life and have a good one and move on from Batman." So we jump to like a few months or weeks later, and Bruce is shown surviving the shadows disappearing. And he's talking to Barbara and Dick, and Barbara's like, "You can't just retire. Like, there's still bad guys and shadows out there." And he's like, "Well, it should be fine as long as like one legend ends where another one begins." And he gives
New legend is
that
born.
yeah, he gives that old belt to Barbara, and she becomes the immortal
Girl.
legend Batgirl.
Yeah.
And then we see Bruce. He's just hanging around, and Alfred's built back up again. He's like, "Oh, hey, like this retirement is becoming of you." He's like, "Yeah, well, this is just a different path."
Quieter path.
Yeah, and we see the
Better
belt
for
just sitting
now.
there, and then it's like until, and we see a mortal legend Red Hood. So we're getting a
Yeah.
sequel, baby. We're getting a fucking sequel. And I'm
And a
so
fucking
excited.
sequel. I think it'll be called like Immortal Legend Batgirl, Immortal Legend Red Hood.
I think we'll get another Immortal Legend Batman, and it's like subtitle something else, or
Ooh.
so because he's still got the
Immortal
belt.
Legend Batman : Under the Red Hood.
Oh, that could work. You're thinking something. We could also be getting Hush in like the new story too, because we left off with Tommy like being
He
fucked
is kind
up.
of brain dead though. How would he
I
fight?
think he's like messed up with the power though. Like he's like overwhelmed with it, and what we heard were some voices or something like taking over him. So
Right.
it's gonna be interesting. I love this series. It was so good. It was cool seeing Batman face off against himself. Like we've always had the
It's a
theory
very
of
like
like
tokusatsu thing with like,
yes,
the Sixth Ranger. Like it reminded me of like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers when like
hmm
no, not Mighty Morphin. It reminded me of Power Rangers Dino Thunder.
oh
Where
yeah,
Tommy is in a coma. He's like fighting like the White Ranger, the Green Ranger, the
hmm
Black or Gold Ranger. He's like fighting different versions of himself. It sort of reminded me of that.
Well, a lot of this alludes to like because this is fully like based on like Kamen Rider, and I think also Sheriff Gavin, which is another tokusatsu thing I don't know
It's
too
also
much
by
about.
Kyle Higgins who wrote like
Yeah,
the modern Power Rangers
yeah,
comics.
and
So
Ultraman. So,
there
but
was a Fall of Ultra in the canon today. I was thinking about
Mhm.
reading it, but there's like a bunch of other stuff I gotta read
Yeah,
first.
I was not gonna read it either because of that reason. But You talked about it reminding you of Power Rangers. What I got from it, because I've watched like 2 years of watching Kamen Rider, it has a very heavy message that leads to like original Kamen Rider, and that's he is taking the power of something evil and turning it into good. And I think that is an interesting concept. And he's also fighting like the whole idea of like these powers were only meant to be for this dark purpose, but I'm fighting against that and I'm being like the hero. So it's really interesting. I like it, and I think it really links up to the idea of like what Kamen Rider is. So it was really cool to see them like do their own version of Kamen Rider in the DC universe for this Elseworld story. And I hope we get to see more of it. We're definitely going to. So, uh, oh, we're going to talk about another series that I'm covering, which I'm really excited about.
Girl. Is
Supergirl.
this the one that's like, oh, I gotta date my best friend, something like that? The punk one.
Uh, s- no. So what happened in the last issue is that she had to take her like sidekick that she was training, Lesla, and put her back in Candor because she's like, you kind of like fucked up. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I know I'm like your sponsor here, but like, you messed things up, and we have to put you back in Candor. So that's what happened. And then Lena Luthor also kind of like destroyed her trust because uh she got uh Lesla drunk at this party and they had to fight. So it's like a whole bunch of friendship stuff falling out. But the issue opens up with Lena, Luthor, and Luna. They're heading over to Kara's place, and they're like, "Do you think that I could like make up with her by giving her like this grilled cheese sandwich?" So they arrive there, and then Kara's mom is like, "Oh, she's actually like on a date with this like tattoo guy that we've been seeing since like issue 4, which was like the Halloween issue." Luna expresses like, "Oh shit, they're like on a date. That means we're never gonna see Supergirl again because once you're in a relationship, that tends to mean that relationship, that relationship takes over people's lives and ruins friendships." And then Lena's like, fuck that. We're gonna go spy on them. So they're hiding in the bushes, and she's acting like super lovey-dovey. And the guy's like, I know that you're Supergirl because we grew up in the same orphanage, and I saw you leave one time, and it was Supergirl came back into the window, and then you turned back into your normal self. And they're like, oh no, like this is weird. And they realize that this guy's earring that he's wearing is a big piece of pink kryptonite. That's what's making her like super lovey-dovey around him. They get over there, they rip it off, and the earring lands in Luna's hand, and it opens up, and this like Kryptonian ghost comes out, and her name is Nella Nar, and she is like this love obsessed
Hey,
Kryptonian.
Kryptonian's ghost.
Yeah, it's crazy. Kryptonian ghost shit happens all the time.
Right.
But then she's like, I'm gonna make everybody fall in love, and Supergirl has to be in love because I missed out on all this for like thousands of years. So Lena gives Supergirl like this kryptonite armor to fight Nella in, and it's super cool, but it only has 3 minutes worth of battery, so you get this cool page of like the battery draining while they're fighting. And it's like it's almost like a Samus suit. It's pretty cool looking. I'll have to show you a
Nice.
picture of it.
In
So the
Samus?
what did I say?
Samus.
Samus,
Samus.
Samus. You know what I meant. Everybody says things
Not a
different.
Metroid fan, even I know it's fucking Samus.
Look. They fight, and Luna reveals she's been training her psychic powers to be able to conjure ectoplasm. So she uses that to like distract the ghost by like sucking out like a little bit of ectoplasm from her. The distracted ghost is taken down by Supergirl, trusting Lena and using like this super substance that we saw in past issues that Lesla had made that like mutates people or like changes their biology. So they use it to contain her in like this orb, and Lena puts her in a pocket dimension that she has where she can just like pull shit out of. So that's how they deal with the ghost. And then they use this ectoplasm copycat to make like a fake Linda Carter, which is like the IRL identity of Supergirl, and they're like, "See, we're in the same place at once, so she can't be Supergirl." So the tattoo guy's like, "Okay," and then he fucks off. And then Supergirl and Lena are having a fight, or not having a fight, but they're talking. And she's like, "I still don't know if I can trust you. Like, you kind of like really messed up my shit with Lesla, getting her drunk at the party where we're not supposed to be getting drunk at, by the way. This New Year's Eve party was like about this person being sober, and she kind of like messed that up. But before they're gonna get into like too much more stuff, Connor Kent arrives and he's like, "Hey, Kara, we need to go because Kandor is in trouble." And we get a zoom in on a shot of the bottle city of Kandor, and it's like "help" in like big letters, and that's where we leave off. And then it's like the reign of the Superboys is coming up next, and I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
So it's I don't know if it's gonna be
Age
a
revert John
pause.
Kent.
Yeah. The next issue has Boy Thunder in it from the World's Finest stuff, so I don't know how he's gonna equate into this, but
I am
it'll be
remembering that right. They
interesting.
are gonna age revert him, right?
Yes, they are. He's gone back
What
to
book
being
is that? Is it Action Comics?
Superman Unlimited.
Limited. Okay.
Yeah. So, but I'm excited to see what happens in Supergirl. I don't know if they're pausing the story to do Superboy stuff or if this Superboy stuff is continuing alongside the story that's being told. So,
Yeah.
cool stuff. Very fun as
Speaking of
always.
cool stuff, it's very fun. Anacore. She didn't mind this issue.
Wayne
I'm not a big fan of this current arc of like, oh, it's just water guy and he's trying to story. Oh, I wouldn't anyone care about that. I thought some of the action is really good. So the whole arc has been, I'm a water guy and I'm Enkar and I blame the Green Lantern Corps for destroying my homeworld. And I'm gonna destroy Owa. We see the place is just flooding. Like everyone's trying to fight this water guy, but they're losing, and like the whole like planet is blue
Oh
because
shit.
he's flooding the entire place. We see Fatality, who was a former Green Lantern villain turned Green Lantern herself. Her real name is Ira Sinro. She's currently fighting Enkar, and not doing good because they're flooding everything basically.
Yeah.
And we see in the Indigo tribe are trying to figure out like what to do with this like
Mm-hmm.
flood guy. And one of the Indigo lanterns goes to Ira. She's like, "Oh, you have such compassion for this for the planet and for your people. You're an Indigo Lantern now. Bye." So he's like, "Oh, okay. I have the power to revert this." And so she helps John Stewart get out of his like little water prison, fights the Enkar guy, and all of like the lanterns, this like giant device that gives all the power to Mogo, the living
Oh.
planet. That way, it will have the power to stop Enkar or something. John Stewart and Fatality go in like the depths of the planet to stop the source of like Enkar's power. So they dig really underground, and they trap like Enkar in her necklace, and it
Okay.
makes the planet not blue anymore. And they're like, okay, we did it. But I didn't kill him. I put in my necklace because like I don't want to kill him, but I want to see I want him to see what it's like to help people instead of hurting. And everything goes back to normal. A really funny scene. So I'm an orange lantern. Like that is my lantern color.
Mm-hmm.
And we see this little scene of like all of the this is post DCKL by the way. This is it takes place after DCKL, and they're rebuilding all like the Green Lantern stuff again. And we see our fleece looking at a scene and goes, "Mine?" And she says, "All yours." Jessica Cruz says, "All yours," and I'm like, As an Orange Lantern, I appreciate Larfleeze being there. Uh,
Nice.
and the whole arc's over, thank God. Then we cut to Guy Gardner. And he's just moping around in his house. He's like, okay, I'm gonna go sleep or whatever. And he's like, and the captions be like, is it after the Heart of Apocalypse tournament? You know something's coming. You need to be ready as a unified front. That's why they're renaming language again. Gardner's gonna get some sleep, and there's a voice that says, "I, Gardner, have been granted a deeper sight." Ooh. You gotta be kidding me! And he sees all like the emotional creatures as babies, and the Green Lantern creature is like, "Use the sight to find us, Guy, before those who wish to exploit us do." Time is running out, and he goes, "Ion, why are you guys babies?" Next month, find out why the emotional entities are babies.
That sounds silly.
Kind of glad that arc ended because I didn't really like it that much, but I like the action scenes. The art's really good.
You know who they could have used during that arc?
What?
Aquaman. who we're talking about, man? Yeah.
I gave this like a 7 out of 10, by the way. It was really good. But I can't wait to see what Guy Gardner does.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. More interesting than what was happening before. So, we're getting a DCKO tie-in with Aquaman. We left off on finding out that Aquaman's daughter wasn't really his daughter. It was actually an unpetrified version of Mara's mother tricking Arthur. It's explained she was like a rebel against Atlantis and was banished, and she found like her own life in this place called Zebel where Mara would be born. She ends up stumbling upon this abandoned ship with something called a tide jewel in it that contained the god Dagon, who promised her revenge and petrified her. So Dagon planned to trap Aquaman, but he was killed by him. And then Lolana, who is the name of Mara's mother, ends up saving herself by lying and being like, "I'm actually your missing daughter, Aquaman. Don't hurt me. Believe me." And then he does.
Like his son, who was a new god or something.
I don't think he's a new god.
I remember seeing a short being like Aquaman had a lost sidekick or something.
No, you're thinking.
I told you.
You're thinking.
That, right?
You're thinking of the video where they were explaining the Wonder Twin, who came back, and that they were saying that Aquaman's like a new god, but not like capital letter new god. You know what I mean? Like not new god's trademark. It was just that he's so powerful because he's now a avatar of the blue. So then she's like, I gave Arthur a small tide jewel, this little crystal thing, and we both have them. And while he's in the DCKO tournament, he's gathering Omega energy that's siphoning to me. And then she has all these people that she took hostage, and she takes and uses some of that power to raise the lands of Atlantis to above sea. And then she summons Arthur from the DCKO tournament. He's petrified, and then she unpetrifies him, and she's like, "Father, they're trying to hurt me and attack me and betray us." And he's like, "I don't believe you. This is really weird. What the heck's going on? Stop this." And before he can get her stopped, she turns him into water. He just turns into full-on water, and then he's just a puddle. And then Mara arrives, ready to do battle with her, and then the last thing we see is Arthur is like washed up on a beach, and he's like a little kid, and the text says, "Next time, Emperor Aquaman." So
yeah, are they doing a new number 1?
I don't think it's a new number 1. They're continuing the numbering, pretty sure.
Okay.
So we're gonna see how
Emperor
he gets.
Aquaman.
I think this is gonna explain how he keeps his Omega energy. He's probably gonna get it back from her, and it's not gonna go into the DCKO tournament. He's gonna have his cosmic like energy still from this fight. So that'd be kind of cool. I say probably like 6 out of 10. I'm not too much into this Aquaman stuff because I don't know what was happening. I kind of jumped in to know what was going on with the DCKO stuff, but it's kind of interesting. So,
do you like the art?
The art's okay. It's not my thing. Like, it's serviceable, but like It's fine. It's fine.
On
So,
a comic that has really damn good art was the
oh,
reason why I bought it.
yeah.
Oh, I read Sirens Love Hurts
I asked you a
just
question
for the
about.
art. Just for the art. I swear to God. Um,
God dang.
because do you have the cover up?
Yeah, I have the cover up right now.
Look at the art.
I
Look at the
know.
art.
I've seen
It's
Babstar's art.
mm, so good.
Now I asked you about this.
So
How hot was this?
it's absolutely gooner bait, but I don't give a shit. So this is about the basic premise is like the sirens are trying to protect the women of Gotham by
Hmm.
stopping a serial killer. It starts off with this girl who's like crying to her therapist, being like, "Oh, and my birthday came and like no one showed up, and I pay you to listen to me." Blah blah blah. She's like crying and stuff.
Oh.
She's like leaving. She's like, "Oh, um, mom, it's me. I just got out of seeing the new therapist. It was weird. I know it sounds crazy, but it's like you didn't even care about what I had to say. Like, great, I can't even pay someone to listen to me." And she gets murdered.
Oh, what the heck?
That's to um all these specific date of July 21st.
Oh.
In like some sort of rooftop cafe sort of thing. In a not Selena Kyle. Diana was Black Canary. What's her name
Dana
is?
Blake?
Dinah.
Or
Is it
Dinah
Dinah Blake?
Lance. Dinah
Yeah,
Lance.
it's Dinah Lance. She's like meeting up with Selena Kyle, who's Catgirl. I like how they drew Catgirl with dark skin. That's really neat.
You need Catwoman?
Like Catwoman. So like, oh, I met you because I want you to meet some friends, and she meets Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy.
Mm-hmm.
And immediately I knew, okay, they're just ripping off K-pop Demon Hunters.
Oh,
Let me
really?
explain. Have you seen K-pop Demon Hunters?
I've seen some of it, but not all of it.
So the three major characters in K-pop Demon Hunters. Let me see. Let me get their names really quick, cause like it's blatantly a copy. Uh, okay. So there are three characters in K-pop Demon Hunters. There is Rumi, who is the main character. She's very much a Catwoman style character. There is Zoe, who's like the more bubbly girl who is really cute. That's kind of Harley. And then we have Mira, who's like the slender, sexy one that like doesn't really give a shit. That's Poison Ivy. I feel like they just ripped off from that a little bit with the dynamic. But now we
Mm-hmm.
have a fourth person because uh Canary's there. Some I'm like, oh, I'm seeing a billionaire Ollie or whatever, and Calvin's like, I'm seeing someone. It's Batman or not Batman, Bruce Wayne. He's polite and he spoils me or whatever. Time I'm like, oh, we all met here because we want to protect the women of Gotham because um, we're women and stuff. And she's like, "Oh, you want to see a wedding ring?" And everyone goes, "Yes! Oh my god, it looks so cool!" And like, Harley Quinn's like, "I want to eat it."
What?
They were talking about like boy stuff and whatever. They wrote Harley Quinn as bi in this, which is great.
She
There's
is.
several women in this. It's really cool.
She is bi, though.
Like they're talking about, um, oh, we're just doing girl stuff. We want to protect the women of Gotham. We think someone's murdering people. Then Dinah's like, "Oh, I gotta go. I need to call someone." It's Ollie, and I was like, "Oh yeah, boy, stop, blah blah blah." She's calling him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm tracking these mob guys. I could use a hand." "Oh, for engagement photos, right? Just in my mind. Well, shoot up, love ya." She turns around, and all of them are gone. He's like, "Oh come on!" Just snuck
Damn.
away. Other girls are playing some sort of like heist, right? They steal a bunch of money. They're running away, and like they see this dead girl. I think it's the girl who like was in the therapy session. She's dead, and like there's a sigil where she's like laying down, and everyone's like, "Ah, we gotta get out of here, but we gotta help her first." And Black Canary is like, "Oh, this wasn't us. We swear. We just saw his body." He's like, "Uh huh." I'm gonna take that money though. You're not supposed to steal. And Catwoman's like, nope, we're stealing this money. Bye. And they run away. And she's like, oh, leave me here again. You're protecting the women of this city. She's like, all right, fine. I'll stay with her. And we cut to the girls in a dressing room. We see a lot of gratuitous butt shots with Harley Quinn.
I'm a.
Again,
Uh,
I
it's
only bought this for the art,
can
and it
can
delivered on that front.
for no reason at all. Can you send me that?
It will. It's like every time we read Harley Quinn, it's just gratuitous, like fan service shots of her butt and her curves, and it's like very tempted to like actually read Harley Quinn a little bit, but like I just want to see that butt. I'm sorry, she's hot but not well written. Okay.
I like how you're like, I kind of want to read it now. It's like, man, Harley Quinn's got a good plot, and it's just like you staring at her ass.
So has like little CRT TV, and it's like, oh, we found this girl and she died, but like, she has a history of depression, so people may
Oh,
think it was
damn.
suicide. And Hardy's like, no, it's not suicide. It was murdered. What the fuck? I was like, oh, we need to find out who killed her or whatever. And Poison Ivy's like, yeah, I kind of raided a hospital. I found out that I looked at some X-ray and there were stab wounds all over her, so it's definitely not suicide. Um, preparing for some like big show or whatever. And Harley Quinn's like, yeah, I also did some digging. We see her practicing gymnasium, and again, gratuitous butt shot. And she's like, oh yeah, she had a therapist. A recent birthday was a bottle girl uptown. Bunch of creeps hanging out in those places. But what's new? She just worked there. She had a pet bird. Best friends her mom. They did pottery together. Or sometimes people off themselves, even when the good things are going on. It doesn't fit the profile. Everyone's um, like the intel, and Catwoman's like, oh yeah, I also got intel. It was from Batman. It's like, oh my god, you saw him? And it shows Batman and Harley Quinn talking. It's like, yeah, I met up. Eventually, we got to talking.
Uh,
Just fucking. They're just fucking.
That's not
Making out.
surprising.
Making out, and Batman's like, Calendar Man. He's like, is that what you want to call me tonight? No. You arrived. Last who will commit a murder on someone's birthday. Here's question. Imagine there's some Gotham PD files. Found a young woman killed on her birthday in June. It was another month. If there was another this month, that could be an MO. An officer I trust working the case. It's been cold for weeks. Like, oh my god, it's Calendar Man, that bald-headed loser. Like, yeah, well, you go hunt down Calendar Man. We go to Lights and like try to find some like gangsters or whatever. And we go to this again, it's a place called Lights, sort of theater or something. And they go in the concert, and it's like, of course he's fucking working here. It's Black Canary. She's doing a concert. And it's like, oh, for
Mhm.
fuck's sake. And Black Canary's like, one moment, what the fuck are you doing here? And it's like, we just want a night out. It's a free country, motherfucker. They say fucking in this sometimes. I'm like, oh yeah, this is a 17 plus comic. And they're
Uh,
like, oh, I saw you rob some guy, and oh, I should arrest you right now. And everyone's like, come on, we're just like taking care of ourselves. But Canary's like, okay, look, I gotta go. Okay, I just think we're gonna need to get some justice for these girls. And she's singing or whatever, and I was like, okay, let's get out of here. And then fucking Oliver Queen shows up. It's like, oh, pretty bird. Oh, love your show. It was great. Blah blah blah. And Harley Quinn's, not Harley Quinn. Black Canary's like, yeah, blah blah blah. And the other sirens drag her in the back. He's like, we know what you're doing. We know you've been following this case for a while because you mentioned other girls, and you gotta help us. If you tell Superman about this, we're in deep shit. And Olive Queen's like, hey, what's going on? And Diana's like, okay, I need you to fuck off. I think I'm gonna solve the other girls. I don't think I need you. And he's like, oh yeah, I understand.
damn.
I'll just see you later. They're in like some nightclub called Bill and Bob's, a gentleman's club. They go in the place, they see this like hot girl, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, she's so hot!" Like Harley Quinn's like really wanting to bone her. Um, she's like, "Is this where I get a rich hot mommy? Where do I send my resume?" And they see this bald guy with like letters wrapped around his. It's really hot in here. After this, I'm probably gonna go turn off my. Um, it's like, oh, that's Calendar Man. We gotta go run after Calendar Man. Like, okay, let's go after him. And Harley Quinn's like, but don't leave me before getting this hot mommy's number. That's my future ex-wife. Made her
That's like
buy, and it's great.
that's like one of the running jokes she has. Is something about like my future ex-wife, because I think she said that in the Elvira crossover too.
Oh, so all the sirens, including Black Canary on the roof, they're gonna take down Calendar Man. And Harley Quinn's like, remember, Dinah, if you don't see us kill a guy, you can't get mad. I didn't agree to that wasn't Harley. Yeah, no shit, Ivy. It was a joke. And everyone's like, help! Harley's like, okay, we gotta go find him. They search like all around like the city block. They can't really find anything. Except Black Canary finds another dead girl. It was like
Ew.
one of the waitresses that was working at the nightclub, and it was her birthday too, so everyone thinks it's Calendar Man. And so it's like, oh, we gotta find Calendar Man, but they search all over and it's like, oh, it's nothing. We can't find anything. And Harley Quinn's like, hey, Sirens plus Canary. Police Canary says cops finally on the way. She wants to call in her body. Let's get out of here, shall we? Everyone sort of like talking and Black Canary's like, I'll talk to them. I won't say you were here, but I can manage them a little and make sure she gets treated with respect. We're like, okay, Canary. They fuck off. Harley Quinn's like, oh, your set was great. And she's like, yeah, thanks. Now we cut to some dude who's in like a cult robe being like, you're too late to stop me, Sirens. I'll make my most powerful year yet. And Gotham's too. So it's not Calendar Man, or maybe it is, but he's a cultist or something?
Hmm.
That's it.
What'd you think of
Good
it?
stuff, though. Good stuff. Love the art. Booner. Can you turn
Yeah.
off my heater? Can you turn off my model for a second? I need to go turn off this heat.
Yes.
We can
I
get started
gotcha.
on the Bleeding Hearts. I'm gonna go BRB.
Yeah. Yeah.
Use
I
the
will say.
bathroom as well. You talk a little bit. I'm gonna go use the bathroom.
I'm gonna
Is
take
that
over
okay?
the show now. It's
We're
my
back.
turn. All right, let me get this set up. Bleeding Hearts, which was amazing. Such a good book. Dennis Camp, the person who is currently writing Absolute Martian Manhunter. He's doing this book, which is one of the first in a new line of Vertigo books. They're revamping Vertigo back up, which is like more mature line of books that are not set in the DC universe, but it's like a DC imprint. So you don't have to worry about it being like it's in this superhero universe. But anyways, Bleeding Hearts #1. We open up on a group of survivors booking it, and they're trying to escape a horde of zombies. One person is going around the corner, gets eaten by the horde, and that's when we are introduced to the main character. His name is Mouse Pokes Golf Ball Out of Head Hole, or AKA Poke, who is a zombie who realizes his heart is beating again. His friend Mushroom Grow Up all over like little forest, aka Mush, comes to check on him, and he gives an excuse that he was just like acting
I'm back.
sick in front of humans. Oh,
My model
welcome back.
again.
You're back. Welcome back. I'm just talking about Bleeding Hearts and explaining that what was going on in it is like it's a zombie apocalypse type story, but our main character
I saw it from
is
the cover. It's like a zombie boy.
yes, his name is Mouse Pokes Golf Ball Out of Head Hole, or AKA Poke. They all have really long names that describe something that they did.
Like Native Americans, bro. That's really cool.
Yeah, yeah. I was actually like drawing that comparison while I was reading it. So his friend Mush, which his long form name is Mushroom, grow up all over like little forests. He has mushrooms growing on him. He comes to check on him and he's like, "Hey, here, like, are you okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, I was just acting sick in front of the humans, like, as like part of my role." And then Mush makes Poke eat a toe to make sure he's all right. Zombies are seen fighting over food, but this scene is some kind of like bonding, and we're explained that zombie hordes are like a nomadic tribe where zombies interact with one another and grow socially. The zombies love life so much it's scary, and culture grows from like carcasses. They even have a horde name, and it's called Brain Splashes and Sizzles on Hot Rocks. The zombies, they start talking about, they're like, oh, we can barely get humans now, like we've gotten like so much of them, so we need to start a breeding farm, like we need to let them like grow and stuff so that way we can start having like more food. And it's like they start talking about like really disturbing stuff where it's like it's not fun anymore when they just accept death. Like part of it is like them running around and screaming and crying. And then we start to get like introduced to more zombies. One's called Unhinges Jaw and eats crying baby whole, which,
Oh,
yeah, yeah. And you know what? You want to know how we're introduced to him? He eats like this flaming bone, and then he like farts out a huge like flame from his ass.
oh,
And then we see another zombie called Legs Without Top part, but doesn't let that stop him. And he is just the bottom half of a zombie, and he communicates by like moving around his legs a bunch.
um,
and and then the last one that we
it's not like top head. It's the pants.
yeah. And then the last one that we are introduced to is finds whole family in basement and eats them himself over a course of a week. And this guy, with the long ass name, he is shunned by the community for like selfishly eating these people alone. Because that's not their way. They're like, you have to share food with us. Like, that is a shitty behavior to have. So then Poke and Mush, they're like a pair. They go out and they search in like a grocery store for food, and Poke opens up this like ice cream freezer, and he just finds a skeleton of a mother and her baby, and it's like really sad, and his eyes start welling up. They hear some noise, and a dog is like rustling around in here. They go to chase after it. Mush slips and falls, and then Poke helps him up. During that, we're explained that Poke spent a lot of time like frying in the Arizona heat before he like ended up being with this horde. He was also turned by like the same strand of zombie infection that Mush was turned by, so they're like kind of even more like interconnected. So when Mush and Poke like helped each other out for the first time, what they did was they exchanged arms. So they both have like one set of arms that are different. One is like bulky and one is like small, as like a gesture of friendship.
Just reattached limbs.
Yeah, they can do that. That's actually why on the cover he has like one skinny hand and one like bigger arm that you see. So they're searching around. They go and they find a suburb, and they're like, zombies love suburbs. They're awesome. And they're finding stuff, and Mush finds an axe, and he starts making fun of zombie hunters. And they're like, zombie hunters never existed. That's stupid. And Poke kind of snaps on him. He's like, it was probably used for like chopping wood and stuff, dude. And he gets like really quiet.
Is it a bunch of kids?
They're like younger guys. Him and Poke are. They're like, I'd say they're like young adults, maybe, or maybe in their 20s. Like it doesn't really explain it well. They seem to look like kids. But then uh it's explained during this backstory of like when he started having this problem of noticing that his heart is still working. Uh it's this backstory where the horde found a family, and this father, he's got a gun in his hand, and he started noticing that this father is killing his children so they don't die getting eaten alive. So before the horde could attack, he kills the children, and the mother and the father are eaten alive. And then Poke is just like sitting there like looking at photos, and he's like, Mush, are we like the bad guys? Do you think ever about
Are we the
that?
baddies?
Yeah, pretty much it's that scene. And Mush just like looks over and he's like, I don't ever think. And that's like we don't ever have anything like that. And while he says that, Poke opens the door and finds the two last survivors, and like this girl's pointing a gun at him, and that's the end of the issue. And it's such an interesting book talking about like how zombie society is like this social thing that you have to be a part of, and they're like almost like a not a hive mind, but like an emotional support group to them. And it's interesting. Like I don't know what he's going for here, with like what kind of group that they're supposed to represent, but I'm interested in it and what's gonna unfold because it's a pretty sad story. Like it's funny some of the things that are being shown, but it's also like really fucking dark with like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, this is my name, like person that ate a baby whole, person that like ate a whole family, person who's only the
Person with bottom legs.
yeah, that part was actually funny because it's just he's trying to talk but he can't because he has no top
Right.
part. So it's really good, and the fact that it's sold out and is already going to second printing, it means something. So I hope this Vertigo book takes off. I'm gonna try and read some of the other ones that are coming. I think there's another one coming out next week. But that's the weekly comic wrap up right there. We're on to
Oh,
the news.
oh,
No, oh no, wait. You're right. You're right. Sorry,
I forgot Wonder Woman.
I did
I'm not
forget.
talking about absolute Wonder Woman, annual #1.
You're right.
This comic was so good. I think it's probably my favorite one of this week.
Oh really?
Um, it's following up on the first arc of Absolute Wonder Woman, where the this big like monster, I think it's called a Tetracide or something, it's like destroying the city, and Wonder Woman had to like turn into the Medusa to like kill the monster or whatever, like defeat it or
Ah,
whatever.
is that what she turned to
Um,
in the DCKO special or not
mentally,
special, the issue? Because
mentally, but
what?
she does use that lasso. I'll tell later.
Okay.
So she's like saving these like people in a burning building. It's like, hi, I'm Diana. And they're like really scared of her because she's like really tall, has a really scary helmet. She takes off and goes, which one of you like to wear my helmet? And he goes, me. Grabs him and takes him off. And like, I like your pig. Thank you. My mother made it for me. The other person wearing the helmet's like, it smells cool in here. And see her back in her little camp at the Heron, praying. As a religious person myself, I really appreciate how every time she does like her main action, she just prays.
I didn't know
I
you
do
were
that too. And
religious.
yes, I will not talk about it that much.
Hmm.
It's like, oh, goddess, help me with blah blah blah, and she does that over and over and over again. You know,
Hmm.
religion. I pray a lot. Um, saving a building. She's like, oh, goddess, apply the Medusa. Haunts me. I beg you. Ask me mustn't. I will do it. He punches some guy in Brazil. Oh, goddess, please help me with Medusa. He tackles someone in Italy. Oh, please answer my prayer. Blah blah blah. She's like doing stuff. She's saving lives. She's punching dudes. In her downtime, she's like really praying, and she's like, I want to help Medusa. What the fuck do I do? Which again touches on me because it's like sometimes when you're like really trying to find like an answer to something and you have nowhere to go, you're praying like to God or a goddess or whatever, being like, oh, what do I do? Give me a sign, basically.
Yeah.
And she ends up going to like this really sacred site. She has like a pot with like sort of blood sacrifice, and she's like really, really praying, and she's like, please hear my prayer. I need your help with like helping Medusa. And and in this like sacred site, like stone tiles show different scenes of like her beating up people, her saving people. Um she's like really on her last like just praying and praying and praying to help her with Medusa. And she's trying to find an answer. And then a big old lightning bolt comes and it's like, oh, well, she heard me. She like
Yeah.
so she walks to uh this like really like red misty area. She's like, what others call mythology, I call history. History is all written by the victors or winners. Myths are no different. Often contradict one another, as frequently happens when humans interpret things you don't fully understand. Time passes, some versions are forgotten while others gain their power. In the end, we must leave ourselves open to the idea that we got it wrong. For most of my life, I have operated in that illusion. Stories of Athena that did not make sense to me were misunderstandings. Becoming Medusa, fully understanding the eternal pain she's suffering, demands I find the truth. There is no honor in it. And if the truth is that a goddess who has only ever blessed me has also been so cruel, or the answer is, one said it right, if possible. She walks like this giant, like golden angel figure, and she's like, force your way to my doorstep after eagerly swallowing the lives of men. I hope for your sake you can explain herself. And she and Wonder Woman's like fucking just kneeling and fucking bowing to her, and it's like, oh, it's you. Cuts to years and years ago. She's playing chess. Angel. Angel is like this helmet. It's just her
Oh.
helmet on the ground, and it's glowing, and they're playing chess. Like the goddess, I think it's Aphrodite. Beats her every single time, and she's like, "Why do you do this? This is a game about logic and winning, and why are you doing this?" He's like, "Well, I like finding a way to save everyone. I like looking at the board and helping people, and like seeing it in all sides." She gets checkmated, and she's like, "Oh." It cuts to now, and she's like, "Look, I need your help." He's like, "I'm done giving you gifts. No more. What do you need?" And she's like, "I want to trade. I want to trade with
Oh.
you. I will trade all of. I want to help Medusa. I really need to help Medusa. I want to trade temporarily all of my powers for something in return." She does not have a power of flight, strength, or anything. She's just kind of mortal right now.
Uh-huh.
She's like climbing this like giant like mountain and like these waves. Because it's one of the only engines she has to go into Medusa. So she puts on her helmet. She closes her eyes. And she's like, "I need to be blind for this. I cannot see Medusa because Medusa's like, you know."
Mm-hmm.
Um, so she like walks up to like these giant like beings, and they yell at her and like punch her and throw her. And she's like, "Oh, I am daughter of Circe, last of the Amazons, Prince of Harlem, come and pee." And she goes, "Ah!" Because like yelling at her and like really scaring her. And, like they punch her and she's like on the ground. You see Medusa, and she's like, "It's the end for you, foolish prince. Embrace your fate." And she like stares at Diana. She has her eyes closed. She opens them and stares at Medusa. But she doesn't turn to stone.
Oh.
Because her trade was that I will give you all of my powers temporarily so that I can withstand Medusa.
Yeah.
Medusa's like humbled by this. She's like caressing her cheek. She's like, "I want to help you." She's holding her lasso and she's like, "I'm not telling any truths. I'm not trapping you." And she's like, "You're speaking riddles. You was trapping Medusa." She's like, "No. I offer my lasso. Whatever sacrifice holds may choose its shape. Your heart and mind must be clear and focused. If you are afraid, if you panic, it can go wrong." She's like, "Your offer this. I, this lasso I borrowed, your shape to defeat a tetracide. With no disrespect, I found your form in an unfathomable prison. I freed myself of it. I could only think of freeing you as well. I believe sacrifice can do that if we are careful." It's like, "That's how you knew about the eyes, that they are the real person." And she's like, "I think I had forgotten how to even imagine seeing the creature and seeing them see me back. Thank you." And she's like caressing her. She's like really like
Aw.
humbled by this. It's like, "I'm going to give you my lasso. You can transform into any shape you want. I want to free you from this." So transforms. into her original form, like an angel Nephilim type creature or seraphim type creature. She
Ooh.
has wings, and she's like, "Oh, I'm back to normal. I'm no longer Medusa. I'm like original form." She's like, "You would turn yourself to original form." She's like, "Yes. I don't know that I was in love with it before. I missed it. Quickly once lost." Like, don't be too pleased. I can still turn anything to stone. It's just gone back to being a choice. The other girls that was like harassing Danny were like, "Oh my god, you're back! Oh, we missed you, Medusa!" And they fly away. He's like, "Thank you, Diana. I will not forget it. You will never forget like what you did."
Aw.
And he's like, she gets her powers back right after this. She's like flying down. She's like, "Oh, it feels so good on my powers back." And Aphrodite or whoever, the golden angel girl, was like, "Oh, done, princess. I've always admired your game. Your solutions were ever your style. It suited you well then and still does now. I appreciate that, goddess. I never beat you. I think if we played together, in chess, we would win." She says, "Nicest thing she's ever said to me." Good shit. Good shit.
Sounds like it was
Really
good.
heartfelt.
Yeah.
She used her power to right a wrong. And, like, that's the definition of, like, a religious person, because she's, like, or the Greek gods or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And uses her powers not for herself, but for others. Because, like, throughout the entire run of this, she wasn't, like, she was Themyscira, but, like, she was trapped in hell. She
Yeah.
went through suffering. And yet that did not change her personality. She was still, like, a kind, giving person.
Mm-hmm.
I really appreciated that. Like, shit. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. Sounds like it was a good open and shut story.
Speaking of shut stories, that concludes our weekly comic roundup.
Yeah,
Now
now
time for
that
new shit.
that actually concludes.
So we gotta talk about Venom.
Yeah,
Uh,
specifically Mary Jane getting
Mary
something
Jane
new.
and Null have new costumes for the next Venom event after Death Spiral, which is called Queen in Black, which involves Hela becoming the
Jesus
Queen in
Christ.
Black,
So big.
like that. We have two costumes. We have a really good one and one I fucking despise. The good
Yeah.
one is Null. He's white now, and he's the king in white, and he has a blue Venom chest, and he has a sword. It looks really cool, and it's really nice. And then we see Mary Jane Venom, I'm like, oh, I hate that new outfit so much. Um, the cover that they're revealing it in is like Venom being bursted out like a face hugger. It's Venom. It's like she Venom, and she has like red hair, and I hate it. I hate it. It's garbage. I really fucking hate it. I hope they revert it. I hope like because the red hair. Come on, it's either Mary Jane or Jean Grey. If you're like in the Marvel universe, people are gonna know it's her. I
Yeah.
don't really like it. I think it just looks kind of bad. Um, no offense to the artist. Like the art itself is great. It's just if it didn't have that red hair, I like it. I don't like it. But the null costume was really cool.
My question is why the change again? Because they did the Spider-Man thing too, where uh Venom had like this Spider-Man skin or whatever over him.
It's a different character.
Yeah, was it in the book?
Oh, no, the web of Venom. The
I
issue that's
know
gonna
they're
have
doing.
the Venom
They're spinning
blue
that
suit.
into its own character, which is like, why do that?
People are thinking it's going to be Doctor Octopus.
Really?
I don't really like it.
Why?
Like,
Why are they trying to make Doc Ock into other characters when they should just leave him as Doc Ock, or make him into something else? I don't know. They need to stop making him like the identity swapper at this point.
uh,
I'm the superior Venom now.
uh, um, hey, we got some good shit though.
Oh yeah,
We got DC reveals the variant covers for Superman and Spider-Man. So we already
nice.
have the Spider-Man Superman covers. I'm getting the Sarah Pichelli covers of Superboy and Miles. And you're getting one that's the Punisher and Black Suit Spider.
Oh,
You have their
I think you mean black suit Spider-Man and black suit Superman.
Oh right, yeah. But this one, we have a bunch of issues. We got a wraparound variant by Jorge Jimenez, which looks really cool. It has
Mhm.
Spider-Man and Superman going like a burning city. We have one that I'm really tempted to get, which is Carnage in Jimmy Olsen. That looks really cool. It's done by Steve Leiber. Um, we have one of Spider-Man and the Spider-Mobile and Superman in like a little Superman rocket fighting dudes. That looks really fun. It's drawn by Evan Doc Shaner featuring Supermobile and
Oh,
Spidermobile.
Doc Shanner. I love Doc Shanner.
We have a Mitch Gerard's cover, which looks really cool, of black and red Spider-Man and Superman like flying upside down. Got a really cool one, Spider-Punk and Superboy Connor Kent, um, like '90s version. Jeff Spokes.
Cool.
Have an animal one, which is Spider Ham and Spider or not Spider Ham, Spider Ham and Crypto, drawn by Chrissy Zulo Uminga, featuring Crypto and Spider Ham. Another one, which is another wraparound by Scott Koblish, which has Miles in it. Miles is in there, baby.
Oh yeah.
Then we got one that is a recreation of one of the original Superman Spider-Man covers by Rafael Sandoval and Ulysses Ariola, featuring Superman and Spider-Man.
Say
The one I
Areola.
fucking hate. That's what it's spelled. Ariola.
That's a weird last name to have.
Arreola. I'm not making it up. The one I fucking hate, which is drawn by J. Scott Campbell with Supergirl and Spider-Gwen. I hate that art style so much. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Mm-hmm.
That one with um Spider-Woman and Supergirl by Adam Hughes, featuring '70s Supergirl and '70s Jessica Drew.
Ooh.
I got a blank variant. If I had to choose one from this list, I'm thinking I like it could be the wraparound with Scott Koblish and Hi-Fi featuring I was in the back. It could be the '90s Connor Kent. It could be the Jimmy Olsen Carnage one. I don't know. Be the Jorge Jimenez one because I got the Dan Moore wraparound for Batman, Deadpool, and Deadpool Batman, so it could be another wraparound. I'm not sure.
Hmm.
Of all these covers, what are you thinking of getting? Because I'm ordering yours.
Um, for the Superman Spider-Man one, I think I'm sticking with the one that I have, where it's the Superman in the black suit with Spider-Man in the
No,
black suit. Or is this a different one?
this is Superman Spider-Man. You're thinking of Spider-Man Superman.
I okay. I thought Spider-Man Superman was the other one because this is the first one coming out, right? And then they have
No, Spider-Man Superman is coming first.
I swear,
Is it?
I thought it was switched around. I think it's Superman's coming first because Marvel went first last time, and then it was DC, and now they're doing DC first and then Marvel.
Yeah, no, it is Superman Spider-Man. Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah, so I think
Superman
I'm
Spider-Man is the first one coming out. Okay.
yeah.
So this is the first one, and yeah, it is okay. I'm getting
Yeah.
the Jim Lee variant. No, wait, am I getting the Sarah Pichelli one? I don't know. I think I ordered the Sarah Pichelli one. The Jim Lee variant looks so good though. And you're getting the Gabriel Delato variant. Yeah, this is the
Yeah.
first one. Okay. Then when the hell are we getting the other one?
April, the month after, which is crazy.
Spider-Man Superman that has. Oh wait! I'm confusing this. Okay,
Mhm.
hold on. So I am getting the Jim Lee variant for
Yes.
Superman Spider-Man. This one I'm getting the Sarah Pichelli one.
Yeah.
This is fucking confusing, man.
It's because they're the same. It's like
Same title, but
I
it's
know
swapped.
swapped. It's confusing because, and also it doesn't help that Superman and Spider Man are pretty close in how they're spelled. They have
Hmm.
man and a P, and S.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Wait for it though. But I also can't wait for that is that got announced a couple days ago. There is a new Alex Ross graphic novel called Marvel Dimensions. I'll show the
Mm-hmm.
cover. I'd appreciate it. Um,
Is there a
I'll read a
cover
little
for it?
bit of the article. I'm getting this from the Hollywood Reporter. As you know, Ross helped write with Mark Waid and drew by himself one of my favorite graphic novels of all time, which is Kingdom Come. Um, also, uh, turned to writing Giant Tears for the 2022 graphic novel Fantastic Four: Full Circle. I believe he also wrote in no, he drew Marvels, which is like this reporter who goes around seeing a bunch of like different superheroes run around. I believe Warren Ellis did a reverse of that called Marvel Ruins, which is about everyone being
Yes.
fucked up. Um, is going to make a new graphic novel called Marvel Dimensions, written solo by him, which is interesting.
Yeah.
It's going to be 102-page graphic novel.
Whoa.
It's going to be a tour of the classic Marvel universe, something much more expansive. To be worth the expense with art and form, it can introduce upwards of 200 new characters.
Wait, wait.
It's meant to be as bonkers of a ride for the reader as it possibly could be, says Ross. You're getting one kind of entertainment, and it changes on you midstream, then you're getting a different art style suddenly. You're wondering, where this is going? The format changes within the book itself, the book
Wow.
format change. All these things hopefully seem to unify and combine and come back together. But it's going to be a wild ride and showing everything plus the kitchen sink appeal.
Oh, I think this is an expansion of something that they did actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, because I think he did a Fantastic Four book as well.
He did Full Circle.
Yes, Full Circle. This is a continuation of that because this is like a bigger format that they're talking about.
I will be getting this book because I
No
love Alex
surprise.
Ross.
Not
Like,
surprising.
anytime an Alex Ross cover, I wish Alex Ross did a cover for like Superman, Spider-Man.
That'd be pretty cool.
Maybe he is. I'm not sure.
I think probably he's got his hands full with this. I mean, 102 pages of him doing art on this is a lot,
Yeah.
especially with painting. Painting takes
Hmm.
forever.
Yeah, can't wait for that. But speaking of comic announcements, we have
Comic book
fun comic
media.
stuff.
Yeah. We got the announcement the other day that Elsa Bloodstone is coming to Marvel Rivals, and I'm excited. She looks awesome. She's like she uses like a shotgun, and she can like swipe people, and she can summon monsters. And then we also saw in the trailer that there's going to be the TVA from Loki. So we're getting a new map. She looks like an interesting character. I want to try her out. She's coming out today as of like this podcast. So when this comes out, Elsa Bloodstone will be available to play, and we'll be doing a review of how she plays in the next episode.
Potentially, I may be really busy with work stuff. There may be a chance I may not record next week.
Mm-hmm.
If we will record, it'd be kind of later on at like night. We do
Yeah.
record these on Thursdays and upload these on Fridays, so
It's a bit of a tight schedule.
it may be later at night.
Mm-hmm.
I will try to get an episode out though if I can though.
It's fine. If we have to reschedule it, it's fine. Life gets busy.
It depends on when the my work training ends.
Yeah, and
But,
congratulations again for that. That's awesome that you got hired on.
yeah. Hmm. Which
Then
that
we
means I have to also
also
go to my LCS to get my stuff way earlier.
yeah.
Because I'm not missing my hall.
Yeah.
It's a crazy week next week.
Yeah, next week's a lot. I've got a lot of things written down already. But
I also got a trailer for
yeah,
Spider-Man Noir.
which
We just
that
watched
came out
that
like
before recording.
you know what? That came out like 2 days ago too, and I didn't even know it. I was like, "What? This came out like 2 days ago? Huh?" But it looks awesome.
Looks great. They're releasing it in both color and non-color. You'll be seeing it in
Mhm.
black and white. Because it's a more
Yes.
authentic way of
That universe
watching
needs
that.
to be black and white because it's like noir. It makes sense.
Well, these both parties have both. Whatever.
Yeah, like I'm glad that they are giving you that option, but like in my opinion, black and white's better.
I'm gonna watch it in black and white personally.
Also, like, he's going like full Cage in it too. He's going fully
Mm,
insane. I love that
it's gonna
part
be great.
where he's like, I started a bar fight and then I got hammered.
What's really interesting is this isn't Peter Parker.
Yeah, it's
This is
Ben Riley.
Riley.
So
Or Ben Parker. Could be Ben Parker.
I think it's Ben Riley because he's going by Ben's name, but by Aunt May's like maiden name. So I'm wondering why he's doing that. So I hope we get an explanation of why he's going under the Ben Riley name.
I always thought this Spider-Man Noir was the exact same character as the one in Spider-Verse, but it seems different.
Yeah, because this is supposed to be connected to that universe, which is interesting. So I'm excited to see how they expand upon his character in this, and
Speaking
if
of
it's
upon
close to the
expanding
comic.
character rosters,
Yeah, we got
more
more news
Tokon.
about
It's coming on August
Tokon.
6th.
Tokon.
We saw 3 new X-Men show up. You want to say what they
Mhm.
are?
We got Wolverine. We
Blue
got
Wolverine.
Steve Bloom's voicing him. We got Magic, which hell yeah, more Magic in my life. I need her. And then we got a surprising one, Danger, the living embodiment of the Danger Room, who was like a big character in Joss Whedon's run of X-Men, which is
Joss
really
Whedon
cool.
wrote X-Men?
Yes, he did. Before he was like super big in directing and stuff like that, he wrote comic books and he wrote X-Men for a little bit. I actually have 2 of the volumes. So,
Nice.
yeah. So,
And Storm.
that's really cool. Well, Storm was already announced, wasn't she? She was already in the game.
I think so, but we saw another thing of her.
Yeah, and then it looks like we're gonna get like a bunch of different passes and stuff too. Like there's a bunch of different skins. We're getting like mini character things. There's a pass for like the first season of characters that are gonna be revealed. So, and they said there's gonna be like 20 starting out characters, right?
Yes.
And there's gonna be a story mode because we also saw a cutscene in the start of this trailer. This is pretty
It's
awesome.
definitely gonna be a really exciting time for comic book fans.
Yeah, for our Marvel fans.
Of course, I'll play
looking
it
good.
and review it on the stream. Or on the
Same.
recording. Maybe I'll stream it.
I would like to stream it. It looks really cool and really fun. I'm not a major fighting head person, but this is Marvel. Like I wanna play this. This looks awesome.
MVC2 is great. My favorite fighting game of all time is Capcom versus SNK2. So I'm a CVS person.
Okay.
MVC is really good. I played MVC2, played MVC1, I played a little bit of MVC3. But this looks like it's gonna be a really wild experience.
Yeah,
I'm
4 players.
hoping this will be similar to Marvel Rivals, and that this could be a gateway for people to start reading some comics.
Yeah.
If they release some Marvel Tokon, if they release Marvel Tokon manga,
Ooh,
do it.
that would be cool.
Doing a bunch of Marvel Rivals stuff. Why not Marvel Tokon manga?
True. Tie-in stuff would be really cool to see, or like, things in the game promoting the comic books. That would be really cool. I'd like to see that.
When should that come out?
Yeah, it's coming out in August 6th. So
It'd be great.
5 days before my birthday. I might look at people and be like, you know what to get me for my birthday. You know who I am. I'm
How
a
much it
comic nerd.
Is it 70?
I don't. If it's $70, that's gonna be crazy. Honestly,
It's probably gonna be 70.
Jesus, that'll be my whole birthday gift. I get nothing else but that, and I'd be okay with it. I'd have fucking a good time with it. But anyways,
Having a good time.
yeah.
I like reading comics. Do you
Me?
like reading comics?
I mean, I guess. I mean, I did start a whole entire podcast about it and wanted to share things about it. I know. I can't believe it. Why are we talking like babies?
How do you read comics? When you read something, if you have a giant stack, do you have any sort of rituals, any sort of like ways of reading to like comprehend better? Like, what is your process?
For me, I like to kind of like lock myself away. Like I put my phone at a far distance. I try not to be disturbed with my reading because I'm like, I want to be in the zone. I want to be in my stories, you know? Like I want to be in their world. So I try to isolate. I know I sometimes have like some coffee or something with me, something to sip on, you know, because you got to have something while you're reading. But sometimes you can't be in a quiet place. Sometimes you're busy. And the other place that I go to read usually is the laundromat. So when I'm like doing other things, like I have just my spot where I'm like, okay, while I'm just sitting here, I'll read comics. But I usually like to have a quiet place. I like to be in the zone, and I like to be in my own world reading them. So that's kind of my ritual, just to lock everything away, every distraction, and be like, this is what I am focused on right now.
With me, before the podcast, I used to read all of my comics on Friday night when I
Hmm.
am at my night shift because it's like a good way to pass the time because it's mostly downtime over there.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I cram all that shit in before we record.
Yeah,
Because
that's what I've had to do.
I don't really have a lot of time Wednesday evening when Wednesday I get my comics. This is new comic day. Um,
Hmm.
go to my local comic store. I take a bus over there, and it's like a great comic place. I love that place so much. The people working there are great. They also do like magic and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And I went to the Spider-Man pre-release over there, which when MSH comes out for MTG, I am definitely gonna talk about it. Want you in that fucking collab? I want you to try Magic.
Maybe
I
one
know
day.
you're not a card game person, but I really want you to try it. I think you would enjoy it, especially with like, have you seen the pre-cons they're releasing for it?
No,
Making a Fantastic Four one. They're making a Doctor Doom one. They're making a like a Captain
you have
America Avengers
disappeared.
one.
There you go. You're back. I don't know why you disappeared for like 5 seconds.
Oh, sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Um,
You're back now.
and
You
then they
you.
also have a Black Panther pre-con as well.
Oh, really? So they're
Um,
just doing all sorts of like Marvel characters now. Hmm.
because we did a Spider-Man run previously. Now
Uh-huh.
we're doing the full Marvel universe, and there's some crazy ass cards that are coming out.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I usually get my haul over there. Sometimes I probably need to do this a little more often, like subscribing to more series. Whenever you have stuff in your box, they give you a discount because it's like I think if we, supporting our business, we have a discount.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to put more stuff in there. I usually grab on my haul when I go to the store itself. I usually go to the shelves and like be like, okay, I use an app called League of Comic Geeks, which is usually where I get a lot of my information from. Find specific comics, and I go, okay, and let me look at like I'll use this current example. Right? What's the comic store? They label it like A to Z from like top to bottom. First shelf, like row in like the left hand side, have like the free previews and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Also, where Zdarsky Comic News when that was still going was there, and I only got the last issue, but like comics the magazine comes out, I'm definitely gonna get that. Um, I go through the shelf and I'm like, okay, Batman and Robin, okay, grab that. Okay, Cyclops, okay, grab that. Sometimes they have variants. So when DCKO number 4 was out, I saw like most of the variants like all lined
Mm-hmm.
up in a row, and I look at them like, okay, I'll grab this, I'll grab this. Sometimes series that I want to get are not available on the shelf is for subscribers only. For example, Batman and Robin was not stocked. Black Panther was not stocked. Jar Jar was not stocked. I had to get the first two via subscription, which Batman Robin number 30 is ending, so maybe to get a little more subscriptions in.
Mm-hmm.
So grab some of that, go to checkout, and they usually like they know my name, so like, oh Veni, not my name, but oh Veni, got your comics right in our box. You got this comic, thanks. Go up to the counter, buy my stuff, and get out of there. On my way home, just send like a picture to a card, be like, hey, here's my variants. What did you get? I got this. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then I usually get some food and start reading a little bit of it. Usually the next day I read most of it, kind of cram up before the event, for the recordings.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I usually like reading on my bed with my cat. So I'm like reading my comics and kind of petting my cat while I'm reading it. Sometimes on my desk. You always want to kind of like go to a different place. Sometimes kind of like a new, like a fresh place, because your brain always needs new feelings. On my bed reading, okay. I'm on my desk reading. I'm standing up somewhere reading. Like I always want to like try to read stuff, and I always like having the physical issue in my hand when I am able to. Sometimes I
Yes.
can just read stuff on like a free app or whatever. I will say I am planning to next month be doing a month-long trial of Marvel Unlimited and DC Universe Infinite,
Mhm.
all of those. So it'll be really interesting to see like how digital reading versus physical reading goes. I used to read a lot of these issues digitally. I like getting the physical copies. I like having it in my hand. I support a local
Yeah.
comic shop as well. So like I'm gonna be like comparing like different versions. I also like reading trade paperbacks for past issues. Currently, I am reading Radiant Black Volume 4. We'll talk about it very briefly because I do want to mention like how good it is and be like, you need to catch up.
I
Spoiler free,
know.
spoiler free, of course. I kind of spoiled some stuff last time.
It's
Keep it
fine.
spoiler free this time. Um, but I like reading paperbacks of stuff. I know I still need to read some stuff that I bought earlier. I still have Craven's Last Hunt I gotta fucking read. I bought a paperback of Craven's Last Hunt, like the that storyline.
Hmm.
Also, when I went to POWs in Portland, there was this book I got called Be Deadly. I think you recommended to me.
Yes, you need to read it. It's so good. The art in it
Eh,
is like, oh my god, it's so amazing.
that's also where I got Radiant Black Volume 1 and 2 as well. I like buying and reading some of the compact comics you would talk about in a few months when like it's a full year or two, I think.
It'll be 2 years or
Is
so.
that what do they do it in June?
Think so. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about that once like more compact
Hmm.
comics and premiere collections come out, kind of compare the two. I think some of those I usually read those at work because like that's a good way of like passing the time. Right now, I need to read Attic Season 1. I have that right now. Um, I'm waiting for the Nightwing series to come in. I may end
Yeah, the
up.
compact book for that looks amazing.
I think after I'm done reading the compact comic, I have a feeling that I'm going to keep DC Universe Infinite because it has a bigger value. I may end up reading the rest of his run on my phone with that. Um, I still like having the physical thing in my hand.
Yeah.
Digital is sort of like I read the Jar Jar issue digitally. I kind of wish I had it physically though, because like probably would have enjoyed it a little more if it was physical.
It's nice to
Um,
have like the art in your hand and then like
yes.
the covers and stuff cuz like then you can like when you want to display it stuff like that. Cuz comic covers are like an art of their own that is really interesting.
Just
Also,
comic covers. The whole art form's an art form,
yeah.
art obviously, but like art itself is like you want to like experience it with your hands. Like
Yes.
when I was reading Kingdom Come, it's like 2 years ago. I read it digitally. I want to get a physical version because I knew I was going to reread it at some point. And I
Mhm.
could get either regular trade paperback, which is in a bigger format, or I could read the compact comic, which is in a much smaller format. Now, I
Yeah.
love compact comics. They're a great way to like really read like a bulk series in like a little
I think
form,
they have
especially with like
introduced like some of the greatest stories too. Like I think we were comparing the ones that Marvel has, and it's like Marvel really doesn't have a lot that's like the greatest stories ever. Whereas like with the compact comics, they've got like a ton that are just like iconic story,
because of
iconic
compact
story.
comics, I'm a Batman fan. Because I tried reading Year One. I don't really like Year One. It's a
Hmm.
hot take, I know, but like I just really like Frank Miller's writing. Um, I was like, okay, I need to read something that really get me in like a Batman mood. And I was like, okay, last ditch effort. What's the greatest Batman storyline that's happened? Court of Owls. Everyone loves Court of Owls. Okay, I'll read that, and it was great. I love Court of Owls so much. Um, if it wasn't because of that compact comic, I wouldn't have read it because there are more expensive versions of Court of hours. I could have gotten the old trade paperbacks, which could have cost me $30. Could have gotten the I'm thinking about getting like the box set that has like the mask. That's a little more expensive. That's like 40 or 50.
Yeah.
This book is $10, which is an amazing deal. The Nightwing issue is three trade paperback volumes in one. It's
No,
volume one,
it's
two,
just
three.
two. It's two.
Just two.
Yeah. Still, that's pretty great.
Still good though, because
for
it's
$10.
$10 for both of those, right?
It would be $30 for regular price.
Usually the
crazy.
trade paperbacks have like 6 issues, like 10, $15. Like DC charges less for the trade paperbacks than Marvel. Marvel is owned by Disney. They kind of have a bit of a price point to them. It's a little more expensive to get into.
Thing too
them.
is like Marvel's trade paperbacks. It's like 5 issues. It's like less content for like $30, and you're like, why am I spending $30 for like way less content when I could be go and spending it on like DC Comics or Image Comics, which by the way, Image Comics kind of started this where they every first volume it would be $10 for a long time. I don't know if they still do that, but that's how I got into like Saga. That's how I got into Invincible. That's how I got into like
when I want
a
to
bunch of
read
things.
all of a sort of Crisis Events, which is a fucking amazing. I read that first the issue a little while ago. The issue about the
guy
you
explained
trapped
it.
in the comic medium. I want to read that series now. That is such a good fucking series.
Yeah,
I want to read it physically.
Yeah, I didn't know we were going into the full comic book buying and stuff process. Yeah. So
well, that's part of the process, like picking out what format you want.
I guess I didn't know. We probably should have explained that better. There's 2 stores that I usually frequent. There's one that I'm just going to now because, like you were explaining, League of Comic Geeks, that store only uses it. The other store doesn't, which I'm like, why don't you? You're a nicer store. Like,
yeah, the store that I use is basically the like comic store that isn't like old issues or whatever. It's got comics, got magic cards, and all of that. There is another store that is a bit further north of me. That's not technically is in the city, but isn't. It's in the general area. That has it's a smaller place. It has a lot more variants and a lot more weird shit. Whenever I go there with my roommate, we like going to a card store near there. I take a picture of the variants and go, "Hey, Hikaru, what do you want?" You go, "I want that cover." So I usually get stuff for him.
That's kind of the same situation of the stores that I go to. Like the one that has like League of Comic Geeks has magic and figures and like all these old things and a lot of back issues. But the place that doesn't have League of Comic Geeks, like they have more variants. They have more like niche like items, like toys and stuff like that. Like, do you remember when I showed you that like Fantastic Four toy car? I was like, look at this. Like they have stuff like that where you would never see it like anywhere else. So I was like, this is pretty cool. That's actually where I got my my Beta Ray Bill statue. That was only like $20. And the reason was because the hammer like handle broke, and I'm like, really? And I just glued that shit back on, and it's like perfect. It's amazing.
Yeah. So, yeah, but for me, I typically like getting some variants, but don't like having like my whole reading thing be variants because the variants are a little more expensive. You know,
they do be a little pricey. They're cool though when you can get some like really interesting. Like my thing is sometimes if I want a comic and I haven't pulled it, the only choice is a variant. And like that was my example of when I got Infinity Roars, which it was a cool cover where it's like nullified Godzilla, but I was like, if I had the choice, I probably would have got the the less expensive one.
Sirens Love Hurt. I'm only buying that because of the art. They had variants. They had one of Canary drawn by Derek Chu. Also had a foil version of all the sirens. Sozomaika. That was foil, but that's like really expensive. But I wanted the art.
I imagine.
I got the original cover, even though I had options for other ones. Cover is really important as well because sometimes don't want to buy a comic if there is a cover I don't like.
Yeah, or an artist that you don't want
Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, certain artists in the community sometimes aren't the greatest of people. You know, they're tracers or they have a history behind them that you're like, I don't really want to support you, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
get
Mark
a variant
Guggenheim,
one.
perfect example of that.
Well, he's a
Um,
writer, so you're not gonna get that
yes,
book as a
yes,
whole.
but I still buy it because I like the comic, not the writer. If that makes like,
Yeah, I guess. I
I'm
guess.
not gonna buy issues because of Guggenheim writing it. I'm buying issues because I like the premise of a prequel era Jedi. You know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't really buy a lot of Star Wars stuff, but I do like buying mainline Marvel, mainline DC, some Image stuff. I want to get into more Image stuff though.
Yeah, we're reading
Um,
Exquisite Corpses together right now, and
Exquisite
it's
Corpses. I'm gonna keep reading the
amazing.
sort of Crisis events. Probably some other books as well.
I'm
I've been wanting to get
getting
into Spawn for a while now.
Spawn is going to be a slog for you from what I've heard and what I've read. It doesn't
Maybe
get
just
very
watch the
interesting.
HBO or animated shows and be kind of done with it, you know?
Yeah, it's crazy that it's kind of popped off now because he like expanded the universe more, but like at the same time, it's like how interesting can the Spawn universe be? I
Yeah.
wonder.
I read Radiant Black Volume 4. Oh, I want to talk about it for a brief second, please. Oh my god, it's so
Go ahead.
good. I won't say how this is happening. But they're splitting the book in half. Where it's
Ooh.
like, this event happens, but then this event happens different. There's a choice that's made that
Ah.
splits the timeline in two.
Ooh.
And for every issue, you see sort of the same event happening. It's in a different perspective, like a separate timeline of like, this is the choice A, this is choice B. Kind of flip
Cool.
back and forth, like, oh, this is doing it because of this thing. Oh, but this happened different because this happened. That's really cool. I really can't wait to see what they do with the rest of the Catalyst, because the Catalyst War started. Like, they're
Yeah.
here. It's like I can't wait to
Mhm.
see like how they kind of wrap things up in the middle, because after this arc, it's the arc we're in now, which is Marshall is Radiant Black and he's doing stuff. It's a little more like lax and a little more like less stakes, if that makes sense, because they just, war's over, or we're back to being normal. So let's see how that goes.
Yeah.
Al Higgins is such a good fighter. Oh my.
He makes some really exciting stuff. I need to go back and read his Nightwing stuff.
He did write Nightwing.
Yeah, for New
Yeah, he wrote.
52.
Yeah, I read that as well. I also read his Power Rangers comics.
Yeah. Same.
Mm.
Some good
But
stuff.
speaking of good stuff, our final topic. I kind of brought this up last minute, but I really
You
want to
did.
discuss this. Oh, KO is ending soon,
Yeah, unfortunately. We're going to be ending
and
another event.
we're going to have a very different era for DC,
Yeah, the
which is
plane is going to
next level.
change.
Um, we know some key elements that is going to happen with post DCKO DC, where we have some ongoings. A lot of my ongoings have ended. Like New Gods ended months ago. Batman and Robin ended today or yesterday.
Um,
Um, a lot of stuff is ending, but there is some stuff that's going on. That's like, okay, Tana, perfect. I'm gonna subscribe to that. And it's gonna be great. Love
yeah,
it.
Batwoman. Batwoman's
Um,
going to be starting here soon as well, and I'm excited for that.
Lobo's gonna be fucking
Do you
great.
know what's crazy? Lobo, Batwoman, and Deathstroke are all coming out the same day.
I'm not gonna read Deathstroke, but I will be
I
read
won't.
Lobo.
Yeah,
Maybe Batwoman.
I'm staying away from Deathstroke. I don't want to support that character. We all
Me
know
neither.
why. We all know
Yeah.
why.
Um. Also, Superman is gonna be gone
Yes.
after this,
After the
because
the
I have a feeling.
summaries are saying he's gonna be gone.
I have a feeling
That
DCKO is
tonight's
gonna
gonna be a good
end.
night.
DCKO is going to end. Lex Luthor somehow winning, being like, "I'm going to recreate the world back the way it was, one change:
Hmm.
Superman does not exist, and that's why
Yeah.
we have all the Superboys. That's why we have
Summer of
Boy
Supergirl.
Prime, stuff
Summer
for
of
Supergirl as
Supergirl is
well.
gonna be coming.
Um, that's why Lex Luthor is in the front of JLU. It's gonna be really interesting. This is sort of like because we have
Yeah.
Superman's big again. Superman is great again. We have the Superman movie, and that was a great movie.
Yeah, but now they're kind of like putting him to the side and being
Now
like,
he's kind of gone. This is like
I mean,
when
we'll have some form of Superman and Superman or Superboy Prime, but like, I'm wondering, like, because they have that masked character, the Man of Tomorrow. So, like, who is he? Who is
maybe
that
that's
guy?
alternate Superman. I don't
Man,
know.
I don't know. They haven't explained it yet. Like, that's a kind of a mystery at this point. So,
What
I'm
I'm kind of
wondering.
wondering is what's part of the DC Next Level initiative. Legion of Superheroes is coming back. I'm
Yeah,
kind of tempted to read that and see what's going on there.
same.
Um, I've been also really, really, really wanting a Damien solo series.
Yeah, it'd be
I
cool.
want Damien to star in something that isn't Teen Titans. Not even in
Yeah.
Titans, but like I don't want to be like, oh, here's Teen Titans and here's Damien. I don't want to be like um doing with Miles of Spider Verse, where it's like you can hold your own fucking ongoing, just
He's
whatever
had
Miles
multiple
ongoing.
ongoings by himself before too. So it'd be kind of
Because now
cool.
Batman and Robin's ending, what are we gonna do with Damien?
We
He's
can,
not just gonna be a side character in Batman, is
I
he?
don't know if a Matt Fraction is going to continue that story of him becoming a doctor because remember we saw that letter that
Letter, yes.
it was just in the trash can.
Even though Batman and Robin ended with him working at the hospital,
Yeah.
is Matt Fraction just going to trash that?
I don't know.
I really like that.
Cuz Tim left and he's not going to be Robin anymore either. Like there's not going to be two Robins anymore. It's like Tim is going to go hang out with Bernard and live his life and I'm just like what is the plan here? Cuz I think we're still questioning like what is Matt Fraction's direction for Batman at this point. We're
Yeah,
like
it
how many
seems
issues in and we're
really
still kind of up in the air.
it seems very disjointed of a
Mhm.
series, Batman, because like I want something that's a little more of like an arc. The monkey's paw is gonna curl because Joker's gonna be the next arc. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I think I'm not the only person in saying that I am fucking sick of Joker.
Yeah.
Um, Joker can be good in some stuff. Don't get me wrong. But I really want to see other uh and villains like on the rise, basically.
Yeah.
Um,
It'd be cool
and
to have
and
them be the main villain instead of Joker popping up every now and then to be like, I am only your true villain. I'm the only one who can give you a really, really hard time. It's
and
like, no.
I'm having the exact opposite situation with Batman as I am with Superman. If you want to read Superman, read Superman. If you want to read Batman, you read Detective Comics because Tom Taylor's doing such a good fucking job with Detective Comics. This, the Courage arc. Oh my god, it's so
Been
good.
hearing nothing but good stuff
But,
about it.
but Action Comics, it's been Superboy for a while.
Yeah.
Not sure how I feel about that. Like when I want to read Action Comics, I want to read Superman, not Superboy.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't really like
I feel
Superboy
like
that much.
they're filling that void with Superman Unlimited. Superman Unlimited being like the many different adventures in the Superman world, which
I'm really enjoying Superman Unlimited. I think it's a really good series.
I think it's okay. Like I said, it's another one of those series where I'm like I'm not sure where the story's going with like the what was the place? The Kryptonian kingdom that they
I
introduced and it's not going anywhere now. They're just like we did that story arc and now we're not doing it anymore.
don't know. I hope that Superman comes back sometime soon. I'm
Hmm.
really hoping that Action Comics fucking ends their Superboy thing. Give me a new arc with Superman, please.
Yeah, I don't know what they're planning to do. I know Mark Waid is writing it though, and he's like a
Quit saying I love Mark Waid.
huge
Like,
writer.
I don't care about Superboy. I'm waiting for a new writer to come in and have like a different thing with him.
Mm-hmm.
The thing I do want to read when I do the DC Universe Infinite versus Marvel Unlimited thing, I want to do something that I don't think anyone else is willing to do. I want to read Bendis. I want to read Bendis Superman.
Oh
I want to
no.
see how bad it is, or good, or underrated. I don't know.
Good luck.
He did a lot of weird shit with Superman. I've heard.
He
I
did the
want to see for
worst
myself.
shit with John aging him up. It
Hmm.
was like, why did we age John up? He was the one responsible for that, and we've kind of had to just accept that he's an adult right now. So them
Yeah.
reverting him back is weird now. It's like
When
a little
when
too
I get my
late.
month-long trial of DC Universe Infinite, I'm
Hmm.
going to take full advantage of it and read as much shit as I can. I'm
Yeah.
gonna read the latest Condon run of Green Arrow. I'm gonna read original Superman stuff. I'm gonna read the Bendis Superman. I'm gonna read
We're
some
also talking
Batman.
about trying to read some older comics, right? Like some
Yes, like
Silver Age, Golden Age.
I'm going to try to read some like Golden Age Superman. I'm just curious, you
Yeah.
know. They have. I want to see like what value this app can bring to me, basically. Like how much old stuff do they have? How much like deep history can I know? How much obscure shit there is?
Hmm.
As to the future, I'm very much looking forward to see what DC has post KO because
Yeah.
they're teasing some really weird shit. Emperor Aquaman, Guy Gardner has a new power after DC KO, Superman's gone, all that stuff.
Yeah. It's a interesting landscape that I'm I'm open to seeing what Next Level has to offer because All In and DCKO has been pretty great. Like we got Absolute comics out of it, and Absolute has been fucking phenomenal. So like, what are they planning like fully? Because there's got to be other stuff that they haven't said for this Next Level. So I'm
Sure.
interested.
Speaking of future stuff,
New comics.
let's take
I've
a look
got
at
a
what we're doing next week.
I've got a list of all the things that I'll be reading.
It is a crazy week next week for
Yeah.
comics.
Ultimate Spider-Man's ending.
It is ending next week. You're right.
Another ending, which is crazy. Since we just had two Spider-Man series end this week, Torn and Noir. So,
For next week on Marvel's front, we are getting Ultimate Spider-Man, number
mhm.
24, the final issue. We got Amazing Spider-Man number 22, the last of the current Spider-Man arc of him in space. Um, the American number 7, he's fighting Red Hulk. The whole like Latveria stuff. Fantastic Four number 8, really cool. It's gonna have Malice in it.
Hell yeah.
Um, Wolverine, Weapons of Armageddon number 1, a new series, new mini that's gonna lead into Armageddon.
I'm gonna
Pretty
read that.
interesting. He has Captain America's shield. It's
Yeah.
really interesting. It's going to feature Nuke.
Yeah, he's
Simpson.
like a what'd you say, Nuke Simpson?
Oh, his name is Nuke. It's Frank Simpson.
Oh yeah. He's like a really bad Captain America like knockoff, pretty much. They tried to recreate the super soldier serum, but in like pill form, and he
Yes.
got like addicted to them.
Are you reading Daredevil, Punisher, Devil's Trigger?
Yeah, I'm gonna continue reading that. Gonna
Um,
figure out where that goes.
there's also New Avengers number 9, with Carnage. I'm only reading because of Carnage. Dungeons of Doom number 2. Number 1 was really good. Can't wait to see what they're gonna do with number 2.
Hmm.
Null number 2. I hope it's decent. And Doctor Strange number 3. He's gonna do some Asgardian stuff. And for
Hell
you, you have
yeah.
Side Dimensional Rivals. You're reading that.
Yes, I'm excited for that.
Um,
That's gonna be really cool to see some different art styles in that.
there's also a Black Panther 60th anniversary special. I've become a fan of Black Panther now. That's one of the things I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to read some Black Panther when I get Marvel Limited. I want to like get into the character. This would probably be a good showcase of like different writers and stuff like that.
Did we talk about Generation X 23?
Oh, are you reading that?
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and read all the number ones for the X-Men stuff coming out because that looks cool. I like Laura. She's really fun. Who's writing this, by the way? Jody Hauser. What?
Oh shit! There's a new Jeff, and it's not a fucking reprint of Infinity
Yeah,
Comics.
it's
It is a reprint of
him.
Infinity Comics. Never
It's
mind.
him meeting Daredevil though. It's cool though.
Speaking of
I'll,
Infinity Comics, I was gonna mention this, but there's a new Miles one shot that's coming in May, and I was like, oh my god, oh no, it's a reprint of the Infinity Comics. It's Ziegler writing it though. I may pick it up, but like,
are you
for a second, it was going to be a new Miles ongoing. I'm like, oh,
are you gonna be reading this Muppets Noir #1?
it's Noir. What?
It's from
Oh,
Dynamite
the
Comics.
Dynamite one.
Yeah,
If they have it in stock, maybe.
it looks interesting. Uh, there's
As for DC, we don't really
oh
have much
wait.
DC
I actually have one more thing that I'm gonna be pulling from Marvel.
stuff.
That's Deadly Hands of Kunlun.
Oh, that's an Iron Fist thing, right?
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Cool. For DC,
Can I take this?
go ahead.
We got Absolute Batman #17, which we're gonna be seeing.
Yeah,
Poison
Poison
Ivy.
Ivy.
Got Nightwing. Looks like he's doing his thing on his bike. I don't know what's going
We'll
on
read
there.
Nightwing when I get the compact comic in
Yeah,
March.
it's a lot to catch up on, but
That'll be a
that'll
whole
be fun.
topic in of itself as I started reading Nightwing with Tom Taylor's run.
Hell yeah! And then we got World's Finest, which we see Ultraman and Owlman making the return on the cover there.
I don't really read World's Finest. Maybe someday.
Me either. I would like to. It looks like just a really fun book, like a good company to Justice League Unlimited. We got DCKO tie-in, continuing all the stuff that was going on with the Titans, where some of them are off-world, some of them are getting attacked by Darkseid's people. Wonder Woman, which is continuing the Stephanie Williams run, like the 2-issue stuff, where the baby is like enchanted and whatnot, and the Wonder Girls were fighting over her. So we're gonna see the rest of that. Superman.
I would pick that up. Yes.
Superman Unlimited. We're gonna see the rest of the prankster stuff, where he was like, "I'm not going after Perry White anymore. I'm going after Clark Kent." Catwoman #84, which is continuing the Falcone and Court of Owls stuff. End of Life #1, which is about this like man-child assassin coming back, and what is this synopsis of this? He's going back into his like old life, so he's finally returning home. Is what it looks like. And then we have a reprint of Dark Knight's Metal #1. It's a work in progress.
You know what's coming out this week?
What's coming out this week?
Exquisite Corpses #10.
Yeah, and that's like the only Image comic that we're reading right now.
Yes. Hey, Fairland's also like still going, which is pretty neat.
Yeah, I'm not much into it, but maybe someday I'll read like some of it. But that's what we're gonna be reading next week. I'm super excited for everything.
Good stuff next week. Can't wait for it.
Hell yeah! But I think
Hopefully
that's
we'll
our
see
episode.
a fucking Spider-Man brand new day trailer by then. So we can talk about it.
Yeah. There's been leaks, but no solid evidence of what's really going on. I think Punisher's in the movie. Punisher, maybe Kingpin's in there too.
No,
So-
Hulk's gonna be in it.
Is he? I heard rumors of that too, but I wasn't sure.
It was a leaked backpack that said some stuff about it. We'll probably talk about when like a trailer comes out, but
Yeah.
it's gonna be crazy. Oh my god.
I'm excited for it. But until then, we will see you all later. Go read some comics. Bye bye.